All right, hello, everyone, and welcome back for more Emio, the Smiling Man. We're just starting chapter 10 now. It's called Minoru Tsuzuki, which is IIRC, the name of the missing man. We're picking up right where we left off, but let's do a little quick notebook review of the details of what happened last time. Let's go over each character. Alright. We've got Eisuke Sasaki. He is the murder victim of this case. The main one. The primary one. The only one currently, as far as we know. He was found at a pump station with a paper bag on his head. Seems like at school he's been having some problems with his grades that might make him unable to go to his preferred high school. And a couple of his friends suspected that it was suicide until news came out that it was probably murder related to the Smiling Man case of 18 years ago. We've got Kamada. He's the lead inspector of this case, or lead detective of the police station, I guess. He was involved. He was like one of the police officers on the case 18 years ago. We've got Junko Kuze. She is the main investigator of this case. 18 years ago, her brother Makoto went missing around the same time as the murders of 18 years ago, and she's been looking for him ever since. She suspects that he's still alive, but no luck there so far. This is Daisuke Kamihara. He's Junko's partner on the force. He's kind of happy-go-lucky, a bit annoying, and also hello. How do I say your name? Nick? I'm gonna call you Nick. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. We're having a little review of the case before we continue for the day. Let's see. So yeah, he so far has not been incredibly story important, but he has been useful for giving us information, or like getting us contacts for information. Forgot to mention, she recently bumped into the Smiling Man, who seems to be stalking her to her home. They left a note for her with a a hair clip attached. That was what she had when she was younger, but she lost it 18 years ago. It was labeled as for Emiko, but she's not named Emiko, so we don't know. The name Emiko has popped up a couple of times now. We don't know exactly what it's about. There's the Smiling Man. There's an urban legend involving him, that he goes to crying girls and offers to give them a smile, and then he kills them and puts a paper bag on their head. The paper bag rumor urban legend seems to actually predate the 18 years ago murders with the paper bags, but they didn't used to involve any murders. Alright. Makoto Kuze is the missing brother that we mentioned earlier. Minoru Tsuzuki is a man who also went missing 18 years ago. His apartment was covered in an unusual amount of blood, but no one's seen him ever since. Most people think that, or most of the police think that he's dead now. This is Megumi. She is Eisuke's crush. She had a crush on her teacher, which Eisuke found out about, which caused her to believe that Eisuke committed suicide, because I guess, his love was unrequited. This is Kohei Takiguchi. He's Eisuke's best friend. People thought that they were in a little love triangle with Megumi, but Kohei seems to like someone else. This is the teacher, Tsubasa Fukuyama. He's he was the upperclassman of one of our main characters. He was suspiciously at the pump location when Megumi was found. So Megumi saw the Smiling Man and was there, she saw the Smiling Man and panicked, but this guy was there to rescue her somehow. I'm not sure. It's not entirely clear why he was there or how he got there without also seeing the Smiling Man. Things are weird. We got Tayama. He's an old man who gave us a bunch of eggplants. This is Yoshie Ikuze. This is Junko's grandmother, who told us the story about how Junko's brother went missing. This is Ayaka. She was the first murder victim of 18 years ago. We don't exactly know much about it, other than the paper bag that was covering her head was a different material than the one for every other murder so far. She was also found on on a beach. And yeah, and these other two, we don't really know anything about them. Oops. Other than that they're the other two murder victims. This is Ayaka's father. He was found murdered in his house, or dead in his house, which had burned to the ground the night before Ayaka was found murdered. This is Megumi's mother. Not very important. This is Mama Shoko. She told us about how she had met the smiling man a long time ago. Does it mention what age? When she was 17. So she's 18, or she's 35 now, so that was also 18 years ago. So 18 years ago, she ran into the smiling man while she was crying, but she started laughing instead of continuing to cry, and he just walked away. So yeah, that's an interesting twist to what's happening. With this name, Emiko has popped up twice. He called the smiling man called Mama Shoko Emiko, even though that's not her name, and has also called Kuze Emiko, even though that's not her name. This is the detective, the main detective of our detective agency. Oh, thank you for following, Nick. I still don't know how to say your name. I just now realized that the Russian says "Privyet." I don't know how to. Does it? Yeah. I don't know how to read Russian, but yeah, I can recognize that. All right, let's see. And here's Ayumi. This is our partner in crime. Your name is Emiko too? Wow, splats. This is Ayumi. She's our partner in crime. I mean, partner in detectiving. And this is us. I named him Shiro Emiya because I thought it would be funny. All right, thank you for the stretch. Let's stretch. I named him Shiro Emiya because I thought it would be funny. So now his name is Shiro Emiya. All right, let's continue. Let's review. We actually have to do a review. I think I've recently seen a tie with the features that Shiro mentioned. Yes, there was a tie in Junko's apartment in a box for some reason, and it matches the tie for the school uniform for the middle school that Eisuke went to. I saw someone wearing a similar tie. That must be it. I've met 3 people wearing ties recently. They were... Gotcha. Do these 2 have them? Yeah, they do. Oh, I have to hit all of them. Alright. Actually, I'm not sure it was those 3. Let's think some more. Okay, I met these 3. Okay. What? Alright. You? Huh? You met 3 people wearing ties recently? A police officer? Alright, who are you trying to point me to? She's only ever talked to those 3. You never talked to Kohei. I guess you talked to Megumi, but she wasn't wearing a tie anytime. I'm just gonna select them again, because why? Let's think some more. I've met 3 people wearing ties recently. Maybe the bows don't count as ties. None of these people are wearing ties, and none of them you've met. Okay. I guess that's what we were looking for. Mr. Tsugi, Detective Kamihara, and a boy from Minami Daisan Junior High School. Of the three, the one wearing a reddish brown and white striped tie on it pattern on it was the boy. That boy from Minami Daisan Junior High School. Yes, it was the boy I met at the school gate. The tie he wore had that design. Obviously, the boy was the murderer. I wonder if I can borrow one of those ties. At times like this, I should turn for help from... Oh, we're playing as Ayumi now, I guess. Ukiyama. She's adorable. Look at her. Hello? Hello, it's Tachibana. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. There's something I'd like to talk about, if you have the time. No need to apologize, Tachibana. Borrow a tie to commit your own string of murders? Your own tie of murders. I just finished a class, and, you know, I'm always happy to get a wake-up call from you. Huh? It's almost noon. So what's up? I've got time to talk. Okay, good. I have a favor to ask. Oh? Is it something only I can do? Whatever you need, Tachibana, I'm your man. May I borrow a tie from one of the boys at your school? A tie? Yeah, if I can, just for a few days. Okay. There should be uniform samples at the school. I can't imagine there's a problem with lending you a sample. Really? Thank you. How many do you need? It might be tough getting you more than 10. Just need one. Oh, thank you, but I don't need that many. But if you did, I'd find a way. This man. Is it okay if I come to see you at the school today? Yes, of course. Anything you need, Tachibana. Always. Okay. I'm always here for you. Then I'll call you when I arrive. Understood. I'll be waiting eagerly. Wants to see her wearing 10 ties. 10 ties like on the same around the same neck, like a propeller, like a helicopter, or like spokes, or like in a daisy chain. Which would be better? I'd best get ready and go. There's just so many different incidental people in the backgrounds. There's Coffee Kid though. Coffee Kid is still there. Okay, I'm here to ask around at the heart of Kofuku City again to see if I can learn anything about Makoto. Scattered arms, legs, and necks. Ah. I can't help but feel like I'm shooting in the dark a bit though. No, I need to think positively. The case won't solve itself if I'm just sitting around the office. Alright, let's think. Hopefully I can get some info. Alright. Who should I chat with? Yo, let's chat with the kid again. Hey, what's up, teen with coffee? Pardon me. Welcome! We're already open, you can just go in. Is he always like this? I'm a detective. Are you free to answer some questions? It won't take but a minute. Why was it phrased like that? Won't take but a minute. Oh, it's you again. Sorry, but you'll have to find someone else to pester. I'm working. Sorry to bother you. Oh, let's ask Mario. Oh, Curry fan. Curry-o. Curry, I love it. Huh? Damn place is closed and I'm hungry. What the heck? Oh, he's gone. Thought I was an employee, but I guess not. You're an employee. Tissue lady. Hello. Can I ask you a few questions? It's me, Curio. Yep. Of course, as long as you take a pack of tissues. I mean, it's free tissues. Okay, I'll take one. Thank you. So, what did you want to ask me? What do you want? Oh, right. She might not know anything, but I'll show her the sketches anyway. Alright, have you seen this man? Have you seen this person? His name is Minoru Tsutsuki. Nope, haven't seen him. Thank you. How about this guy? Sorry, I don't know. Are you done asking questions? Good, then I'll get back to work. Thank you. Alright, sure. How about old man? She's still looking at me. Why are you still looking at me? Stop looking at me! I tried talking to him before. There were a lot of misunderstandings and I think he's angry with me. Yeah, let's not talk to him again. Alright, let's look. Surroundings. There are quite a few restaurants and stores in front of the station. Lots of people too. Oh, yo, look at that guy. First, let's talk to this guy. Excuse me, do you have a minute? What? I'm a detective with the Suki Detective Agency, and I'm looking for someone. Now that's an upstanding citizen. I've never met a detective before. How can I help you? Thank you so much. I just needed to look at... Hey, break's over. Get back in here. Oh, damn it. Sorry, detective. Back to the salt mines. See you around. Rip. Well, damn. Alright, how about these two? They're high schoolers? Okay. Just don't want to interrupt. Oh, come on. Oops. Nobody there. No. Come on. Fine, I'll talk to this musician. Hi, can I speak to you for a minute? Oh, me? I'm in a hurry right now. Can't you tell? Sorry. Oh, okay, thank you. Everyone has tough days, right? Maybe if I say it enough, I'll believe it. Is it too much to ask for a random passerby to have the answers to all my questions? Sorry, but you'll have to find someone else. Alright. Why don't I just go to talk to Mama Shoko? She said she was born and raised in this town. Coffee boy holding out? He is. I bet Shoko Bar isn't open for lunch. Although Mama's full of surprises, her place might be open during the day. Let's go visit Shoko. Mama Shoko. Looks like it's closed after all. Oh well. The hell is that? Oh. It's open? Huh? Oh god. What do I do? I can hear someone... I can hear some kind of commotion inside. Get away from me, no! That was a scream, and it sounded like Mama Shoko. Let's get in there. Mama Shoko, are you okay? What the hell are you doing coming out of nowhere? Don't scare me like, what is going on? Don't scare me like that. Hey, you're the little one from last night. Why are you here? Are you okay? I heard a scream. Scream? What are you? Oh. I was cleaning when that thing came at me. Thing? Was it a roach or... I was chasing it with insecticide and then it turned on me! That son of a bitch came right at me! Of course. She's wearing different clothes, isn't she? Oh, I'm sorry. I've known a few people that's happened to and it's always scary. Couldn't help but to scream. It's damn embarrassing. Come on. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe. I'm fine. You always work at this hour? Or start work at this hour? I usually start a little later, but... I closed up last night, right after you left. It was early, but sometimes early is good. So I came in a little early today to clean up, and then... You were attacked by... that thing. And that's that. So what's my little one up to? Last night you mentioned you grew up around here. There's more I'd like to ask you about that. Oh, is that right? Well, little one, as long as it's you doing the asking, I'll happily cooperate. Really? Thank you. Alright. Like I said, last night, little one, I remember the whole thing. It's just, at the time I was so occupied with my own life that I didn't pay attention to the case at all. It was a lousy time for a kid no older than you, but... Alright. You were very brave to come running when you heard my screams. And who is that? It's a sketch of a boy who went missing 18 years ago, but drawn how he might look like today. Nothing about him is familiar no matter how many times I look at it. What this guy? He showed me this last night, but who is it? Minoru Tsuzuki. He's part of a case that happened 18 years ago. Oh. Minoru Tsuzuki. Nah, sorry, I haven't heard that name before. Nah, that name doesn't ring a bell. At the time, I was so occupied with my own life. Thanks for your concern, little one. Alright, what are we doing? The only clues I have are the sketches. Could you please take one more good look at it? I can look at it all day, but I've still never seen him before. The thing is, this is just a sketch drawn from someone's imagination. He probably looks very different. Amashoka's right, but this is the only clue I have to work with right now. I have no idea. Do you think maybe this guy's the murderer? Nah, there's no way. Maybe, but I'm really not sure either. It does seem like he's involved in some way. He's connected to the first female victim from 18 years ago. The first victim? What was her name? Ayaka Hashizume. She was 17 years old at the time? She would have been the same age as me. Oh? Ayaka Hashizume. I had a friend named Ayaka, but I never knew what her last name was. How was that? Kids in similar situations tend to end up in similar places. Bonds formed. So it's definitely the same Ayaka. Usually those kids don't like the sound of their own last names, you know? Even if it was the Ayaka that I knew, I don't remember any real details. It's like us never talked about ourselves much. The day Ayaka Hashizume was killed, her father also died. What? How? Mr. Hashizume's house was destroyed by fire. He was burned to death. Fire? My god. Now that you say that, I remember there was a fire around that time. Oh? About the fire. I don't know if it could be the same fire. The only thing I know for sure is that it wasn't in this town. That's why I don't think the Ayaka I knew was Ayaka Hashizume. I didn't know anyone from anywhere else. Okay. So though, could it be? What's that? Uh-oh. What? Do you think the father was the killer? Maybe he got drunk, killed his daughter, and started a fire when he fell asleep smoking? I think it's unlikely that that's what happened. Oh? That's too bad. I mean, I guess too bad isn't what I mean. So that's why I suspect the other guy, even though he's still missing all these years later. Minoru Tsuzuki. Yeah, it's just... The police think Minoru is dead. Oh? I gotta ask, why do people think Minoru is dead? Oh yeah, because there was an unusual amount of blood in his apartment. Well, he's missing and he might have been badly injured. Apparently there was quite a lot of blood left behind in his apartment. So some people think he might already be dead. Oh. I wonder if that apartment is the one near where I was living. Oh? What do you mean? Yeah, I remember a couple cop cars pulled up to the neighboring apartment building. A detective was in and out of one of the apartments over and over, so I started to wonder what was going on. The landlord was following the detective around, frantically telling him what happened. Oh? The story got around that the apartment was soaked in blood and the man who lived there was missing. At the time, I didn't really believe it, but now I sure do wonder if it was that Tsuzuki guy. Let's go! We got a new lead? Mama Shoko, where were you living then? Oh, it was Kamematsu. It's a seaside neighborhood just south of Sagawa. Kamematsu. Alright, thank you, Mama. I'm headed for Kamematsu. Wait a minute. Huh? Why didn't you ask the police for this information? You know people on the force. They have a lot of their own stuff they're dealing with and... See, I told you. You can't count on the cops. But I guess the police can't just share information with everyone else who asks. You should get going, little one. You're dealing with a murderer, so be careful. I will. Goodbye. But you can count their donuts. I want donuts. It's been a while since I've had a donut. I'm in a donut mood now. Crap. Irashaimase! Oh, new location. Kamimatsu Shopping District. Kamimatsu Station is a totally different feel than Kofuku Station. It's a really cool place. Vibrant, I guess you'd say. It's also where a man disappeared in a trail of blood. I mean, there was apparently no trail, or else they'd have found him. If that man really was Minoru Tsuzuki, then there might be a clue to the case around here. Obviously, we gotta talk to the running man. He's singing Take On Me. Get an OG Pokemon anime donut? I know, right? They're jelly-filled. Jelly-filled powder donuts. Excuse me, do you have a moment? And he's gone. He was really into his music and didn't even notice me. Or he was ignoring you because he's actually the culprit. Man with dog. You look like you're about to fall asleep, just like me. Good. Excuse me. Have you got a moment? What is it? I'm with the Itsuki Detective Agency. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, a detective! Do you make a lot of money as a detective? No. Do I what? If being a detective is good money, then you should hire me. I just quit my job and I'm broke. I don't think we're recruiting. Oh man. Well, okay. What do you want to talk about? So what do you want? Have you seen this man? I'm wondering if you know this man. His name is Minoru Tsuzuki. He used to live in this area. I don't recognize him and I've never heard the name. Okay, thank you. Do you know this guy? Oh, let's see. Sorry, I don't know him. Nope, sorry, don't know anything. See ya. Okay, thank you. Alright. Let's have a talk to this old woman. Tea house employee. Hi, sorry to intrude, but may I ask you a few questions? Hey Daigo, how's it going? That's him! That's Emio! That smile! That goddamn smile! Okay. Hi, sorry to intrude, but may I ask you a few questions? How's it going, by the way, Daigo? Wherefore art thou? Wait, that's why art thou? How art thou? Huh? Can I help you? I'm with the Itsuki Detective Agency, and I'm looking for someone. Okay. The town's different than it was, but I know how it used to be. Yeah, okay. Let's show her this photo, or this picture. Infringement world. Patent world. Have you seen the person in this sketch recently? His name is Minoru Tsuzuki. He used to live in this area. Maybe I've seen him before. I don't remember. So much is different than it used to be. This woman. Oh? Well, do you know if... It's the town that's different mostly. The number of houses, there's not as many of them, you know? Anyway, thank you for showing that to me. Makoto Kuze. I think I've seen him, maybe. I've been bad at remembering things lately. Huh? Okay, then, do you know... There's fewer people around here than there used to be. Thank you for chatting. Thank you, ma'am. You're cute. Can you imagine I'll be 80 this year? It's true. That's cute. Anyway. Who should I talk to? Maybe this guy. Fishmonger. I interrupted him while he's trying to make a sale. Excuse me. Welcome! We've got some nice horse mackerel in today. Apologize. But you don't look familiar. Have you just moved into the neighborhood? Actually, I'm with the Itsuki Detective Agency. I'm here looking for someone. Time to mong some fish. Do you have a minute to talk? I can if you're quick, yes. Alright, here, we'll do this quickly. Have you seen this guy? Do you recognize the person in the sketch? His name is Minoru Tsuzuki. He used to live here 18 years ago. Tsuzuki. Minoru Tsuzuki. Now, I've been doing business out here for over 20 years and I've never seen him. Okay. How about this guy? Dunno? Gotta get back to work. Sorry, I can't help you. Okay, thank you. Maybe you? Produce market owner? Hi, come in. We've got some great deals on asparagus and bamboo shoots today. Oh, shit. Where's the special sale tag I was supposed to put up? And he's gone. Alright. Gotta be this lady then, right? Just pardon me, do you have a moment to chat? Yes, what's wrong? I'm with the Itsuki Detective Agency and I'm looking for someone. Amazing, a detective! Oh my gosh, you're really young. You're lucky to have found me. I'm a very well-informed auntie. Oh, thank you. I picture ringing a big fish like a bell. Mom! Alright, let's show her this picture. Do you recognize this person? His name is Minoru Tsuzuki. He lived in this area 18 years ago. Minoru Tsuzuki? Oh yeah, I know Minoru Tsuzuki. Really? I mean, I haven't seen him recently. I remember a name like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he worked at a garage around here. I don't know if that's what he looked like though. It's been a long time. Is that garage still in business? Oh yeah, and they're still going strong. It's called Todoroki Motors. It's an easy name to remember since Todoroki is the kanji for car 3 times. That's funny. Turn right at the corner, then go straight. You'll find it at the end of a residential street. Todoroki, 3 cars. Got it. Thank you so much. You've been a huge help. Okay, before we do that, though. Oh, let's do this, too. I don't know him. Oh my, but it's frustrating to realize there are things even I don't know. Yeah, thank you. Great of you to help. I think I'll go to Todoroki Motors. I'm glad to be of service. I can just tell something good is gonna happen today, can't you? Stay safe out there for Auntie. Yes, I will. Thank you so much. Asian aunties. They know things. She looks really comfortable. I don't want to wake her. Why is she asleep? Alright, let's go. Alright, we're swapping back. Alright, must be lunchtime. I should call Fukuyama. Why can we... Hi, what is your emergency? Hey, stop the prank calls! There's people with real emergencies trying to call. Hello, this is the police! Hey, the penalty for prank calls is death! Oh, I'm so glad I know the emergency codes for Japan. Or the emergency numbers. Alright. Anyway, let's call Fukuyama. He's so happy calling too. Oh, not picking up. Maybe he's still in class? Tachibana! Oh, there he is. Oh, Fukuyama? He ran out when he heard the phone ring. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh my god, his phone is ringing too. That's a funny detail. Sorry to keep you waiting, Tachibana. I didn't have time to answer the phone, so I ran here. What if we're Emio, all 3 of us, at the detective agency? I mean, it could be. I wish he'd just show up normally. Oh. Well, now that you're here... Yes, of course, Tachibana. Follow me. I'll show you to the reception room. Alright, thank you. We keep talking to this guy, though. I'm sorry, I couldn't get us someplace fancier to meet. It's not a problem at all. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. Of course, Tachibana. Alright, let's, ask about it. Fukuyama, I need to get straight to the point. Oh, the tie. I have it right here. Alright, thank you for letting me borrow it. So you think that tie will help with your investigation? I do, it's possible this tie is the key to solving the case. Oh wow, I'm glad I could help out. Anyway, let's leave. I'm glad I could help you out with the case, Tachibana. I got to borrow a tie so I can go back to the office now. Oh no, he's gonna make us do something. Huh? Based on the time, I'd say lunch break is over. Oops. He's acting kind of weird. I'm curious about how he's acting, but I think it's time to leave. Later! Okuyama, thank you for your time today and for letting me borrow the tie. Well, I'll be off now. Just spit it out, man! Tachibana! Yes? I hate to ask, but can you meet with me after class? Yeah, sure. This guy. And wear the tie. Let's see, 3 kanji for cars. Maybe... I guess maybe Todoroki Motors is a little further. What was that? Huh? It's Emio! Thremio! Amatrio. I like the one on the right. Put way more effort in. One on the left has 0 effort. One more and they'd make a Splatoon spot. Can you imagine if they added like paper bag of heads for Splatoon? That would be so great. These kids are the ones that are owning you in Splatoon, Daigo. I should have had an Emio cross promo in Splatoon. Hershey's. I'm eating right now. Need the chocolate. Yum. Love the taste of that butyric acid. Is that what it's called? Yeah, so that makes Parmesan and Hershey's chocolate have the vomit flavor or whatever people say it is. That I certainly can't taste. Love that extra bite that it has. Alright.
Konnichiwa.
That was good. That was a good time. They just show up just to flex on him and then run away. What a strange thing to become a fad. You'd have to taste it compared. I mean, I can taste it. I can definitely taste the difference. I just don't think it's like disagreeable. I like the taste. Other chocolate just feels too fatty. I don't know. It's different. Just like Splatoon kids, they're pranking adults. I should get going. I should have known he'd want to meet me here again. Of course. But he seems a little off today. I wonder what's wrong. Sorry to take up more of your day today. Or your time today, Tachibana. Not a problem. I enjoy having tea with you. Tea at the coffee place. At Planet Coffee. It's nice to hear. Alright, let's get to the point. What's going on? I could tell something's on your mind. Mm-hmm. Tachibana. Yes? You know what today is? No? Today's my payday. Okay. Oh? You know what that means, don't you, Tachibana? Do I? Yes, today is the day we order. It's tiramisu time! It's come! It's finally here! Excuse me, waiter! 2 tiramisu and milk tea sets, please! They too are having chocolate. Tiramisu's chocolate, right? I hope you'll stay and eat with me. 2 tiramisu. I hope you'll stay and eat with me. Because this will be the last tiramisu set of my life after. What do you mean? What are you talking about, dude? Eh? What? Thank you for waiting. Here's 2 sets of tiramisu and milk tea. Let's eat. Well, anyway, let's eat, Tachibana. You can't just say something like that and expect people to gloss over it. It looks delicious. Let's take a fork. Thanks for the food. It's delicious. They have the best tiramisu here. The absolute best. I'm both ecstatic and thrilled to be able to enjoy it with you. We're forming a memory that will last a lifetime. Now you gotta explain what you meant. I need to ask you something if you don't mind. What did you mean by the last tiramisu set of your life? Remember when I told you I was a majestic warrior in the name of education? Of course I do. And you also said that this restaurant is like an oasis for you, right? Yes, but look at me. You sense it too, right? I'm not a warrior and I don't deserve an oasis. Everyone needs an oasis, buddy. Where else are you gonna get the water? Huh? I'm a failure as a teacher. Oh? I love the tiramisu set. I'll say it again because I really want the world to know. I love the tiramisu set. That much. The meal... Okay. Millefeuille, I think is how it's pronounced. Millefeuille is good too. But the tiramisu is exceptional. I eat it on payday. I spent all my days as a teacher thinking about it, looking forward to it, craving it. But that ends today. Never again. But why? I was like, why is this guy so not normal now? Please just be normal. Why does he suddenly think he's unfit to be a teacher? It must be related to Megumi. Oh, come to think of it, I didn't get a chance to see how Megumi is doing. Has something else happened since I saw her last? Just fall on your teaching spear. Fukuyama, about Megumi. I really want to know how they set up their scripting, their event scripting for all of these options, because they just like, I can't not imagine how many flags they have to set for making each item or like item on the list appear and disappear. Oh, Megumi. Yeah? I feel so badly for her because I'm the one who killed Eisuke. It was me. It's gonna be something stupid like gave him a failing grade or something, isn't it? What? I realized I was responsible for Eisuke's death. Oh, it's because of the confession. On the day he was murdered, Eisuke fought with Megumi. Gave him the fatal tie. If I'd paid attention, I'd realize how Megumi felt. If I'd talked to her, guided her the right way, Eisuke would still be alive today and she would be happy. Oh. So basically, I killed him. My dude, please stop being so dramatic. I'm a failure as a teacher. I said I'm a warrior. All I am is a hopeless idiot. Fukuyama. Eisuke's best friend Kohei told you guys what he knows. Think about that. He stepped forward to share his thoughts to try and help solve the case. How much courage must that have taken for a middle schooler? He lost his best friend. The whole world is upside down right now. But he did it. Yeah. Worse, Kohei blames himself for not understanding how Eisuke was feeling. He was suffering so much, poor kid. It was the same with Megumi. She was struggling, believing Eisuke's death was her fault. Uh-huh. Look at me. I was so pleased with myself, so sure I was a great teacher. But I didn't stop any of this. I let the kids teach me I was great, even though I'm the one that's supposed to be the teacher. That's why I'm quitting teaching. I realized I'm not cut out for this job. Anyway, what's going on? I'm sorry I put you through this depressing conversation. What's going on? Well, we should eat. The tiramisu is getting cold. Huh? Alright, tiramisu served cold. It's a cold dish. The tiramisu is getting hot. Fukuyama. Sorry to drop such a depressing topic on you, but I was thinking about Pal World and Depresso. Basachi? What? Your students call you Basachi because of your first name, Tsubasa. I accidentally picked the right option. And then they use the name because they're friendly with you, right? Sure, but what does my nickname have to do with anything? I'll tell you. You see the students off as they leave school every day since you've been a teacher, yeah? Yeah, I thought I could maybe notice if anything is off, like if they're having trouble with anything. But I didn't notice Eisuke and Megumi's troubles. No, I think maybe I did notice, but I pretended not to. No, the truth is I just couldn't stop thinking about my upcoming payday. The two of them, it's so terrible, but they really helped me. They showed me that I'm a bad teacher. I can at least have gratitude for that. I think that even though teachers teach students, they have a lot to learn from them too. You know that? You said it yourself, and you accept it. You're a very good teacher, in my opinion. Tachibana. I think it's wonderful to have a teacher who puts his heart and soul into the job. You're someone who's always there for his students. You do your best to help and protect them. That's the kind of teacher I want to be. Anything for my students. And that's why I think Megumi was attracted to you, Fukuyama. Huh? You worry about your students so much that you can lose sight of your surroundings and fall into mud. You know, not every teacher has students who care about his well-being like yours do. What are you talking about? He doesn't remember. Oops. I better not make a call right now. Better call Saul. I need to ask you something, Tachibana. Do you think it's okay for me to continue teaching? Of course! Your students look up to you. And not just because of their height. You're more than their teacher. You're their protector. Their protector. Like a pocket protector. No! Oh no! No! What's wrong? I'm supposed to be seeing my students off after club activities. They might be waiting for me, maybe. Oh, so that's why he was rushing off. Have a safe trip home, Yes, see you then. That's why he's always running away. I see. Sorry, Tachibana. See you again soon. Okay, I'll handle today's check. Even though it's his payday. Thank you very much. Take care. He's in such a hurry. Be careful not to fall, Fukuyama. Tiramisu is on me today. Todoroki Motors. Their logo is indeed 3 car kanji. Dine and dash. Finally, he's cool. Found it. Todoroki Motors. Motors. Alright, let's. What am I hearing? Music? That must be radio somewhere. It's another entrance. Todoroki Motors is a pretty cool name. The kanji uses the car, or character for car 3 times. The char for car 3 times. The building is really showing its age. There's someone by that car. I'm sorry to intrude. Yes, I'll be right there. Now, who are you? My name is Emio. I'm from the Otsuki Detective Agency. Detective? How can I help you? Have you ever seen this guy? Oh, let's talk for a start. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm looking for Minoru Tsuzuki. I heard he works here, or at least that he used to. So I came by to see if that was true. Minoru? What do you mean you're looking for Minoru? Someone asked me to investigate Mr. Tsuzuki's whereabouts. Minoru's still alive? I think there's a good chance of that, yes. Give me 1 second. She went inside. This is gonna be Minoru's mom or something. You're a detective. Yes, I'm Emmy of the Tsuki Detective Agency. I'm Todoroki, head mechanic and owner of this garage. This is my wife. Sorry I'm late in saying hello. No worries. So that's his final paycheck. Alright. I'd like to talk to you about Minoru Tsuzuki. No, that's what you said. Come on in. Thank you, I appreciate the offer. Living room. Here. Thank you. I understand Minoru Tsuzuki used to work here? Yes, he worked for me. Wow, I finally found someone who actually knows who Minoru Tsuzuki is. Are you going to find Minoru? That would be so wonderful. Yes, it would. I'm doing my best, so I really appreciate your help. And I'm happy to give it. So ask me anything at all. I've always wondered what happened to Minoru. I want to help you out. Thank you for your help. It'd be a dream come true for us to see Minoru again. Please, we're counting on you. I have to ask, just how you plan to find someone who disappeared that long ago. Do you have any leads? Let's take him. Let's... Nice. Thanks for the tea. Ouch. Oh my goodness, are you okay? Yes. Alright. Is this him? This sketch is an attempt to show what Minoru might look like today. It's the only tool I have, but it led me to you. I'd be very interested in learning anything you know. Can you give me a better look, please? Of course, go ahead. It's drawn very well, don't you think, dear? Well, it's been long enough. Minoru would be about that old. Guess we're getting old, too. We first met Minoru, well, almost 20 years ago. I'll tell you, he was an interesting character from the moment I saw him. How do you mean? One day, 20 years back, I'm working and you know how sometimes you can tell someone's watching? I looked up and saw someone staring at me and my work from the garage entrance. Ooh, we get a flashback. And they had to draw so many angles for this location. Huh? Huh? You like cars, son? When I said that, Minoru looked so happy, he nodded his head real fast. He grinned like a child even though he was much older. I called him over so he could see what I was doing. He got close, watched, very quiet the whole time. As Minoru stood there, his stomach started growling. And his clothes, well, I guess you could say it was easy to tell it had been a while since he had a roof over his head. Aww. So we invited him to dinner, and I ended up letting him stay the night. Aww. That was ages ago. What kind of person was Minoru? Minoru was... he was a weird guy. Always seemed like he was keeping something hidden. Dramatic sip. But he was serious about his work and always seemed like a straight shooter, you know? Sure, yeah. Minoru was a well-built guy. He ate a lot of food back then. A lot of food. Oh, did he ever? He'd eat so much rice and so fast, bowl after bowl. If she cooked 3 cups of rice, it'd be too much for just us, but with him, we'd go through twice that. Wow. It always made me happy to see how much he liked my cooking. I'd make so many side dishes. Too many. Didn't matter, he ate all of them too. I couldn't have been more flattered as a chef. He ate so much curry rice I had to ask him, "Are you afraid you'll turn into a bowl of curry rice?" I'd say, "What kind of stomach do you have?" Minoru wasn't what he seemed at first. He seemed like a simple-minded, if nice guy, but he was sharper and more detail-oriented than you'd think. He was very careful with his work, diligent. I appreciated that. Cooks a 1/4 cup of rice. Dang. He was really quite skilled. His workmanship, and I mean this, was impeccable. Yes, Minoru showed up suddenly 20 years ago, then took off just as quickly 2 years later. Where the hell did he go, that damned fool? He was really quite skilled. Finally found people who knew Minoru Tsuzuki. I've got plenty of questions for them. Do you know what he did before working here? From what he said, Minoru had been bouncing from one place to the next. He wasn't a local? Not so far as I know. I didn't ask where he was from, because he didn't like to talk about himself. Any idea why? Here. No? That's, well, it's... Well, they're hiding something for sure now, but... What's wrong with Mr. Todoroki? It seems like there's something he's having a hard time talking about. She's the wife of Mr. Todoroki. He seems like a nice guy. Why is tea so soothing? He suddenly clammed up. It's a regular living room. I guess the garage and the home are connected. No details. He seems like a nice guy. Aww. I don't know what's wrong. What are we looking for? Let's take his wife. What are we doing?
人の良さ。お茶って。
Missing something?
どうしたのかな。今はやめ。
Feel his glasses.
やめて。
Oh, it doesn't work.
お茶。
What am I missing? What am I missing? Is this a Soul's moment I have to start over?
普通のお茶の。普通。
They're just frowning at me now.
轟きモード。人の良さ。
Am I missing something? What am I missing? Did I soft lock somehow?
普通の。 今はやめ。
Maybe if I just mash X for a while? Or ask X? Call? Why are you staring at me like this?
どうしたのかな。
It's not like I have very many options, so... Where's the quit option? Am I missing something? There's not really many options to do. So like a missing pixel that I haven't looked at? What's going on? Wait, what? What happened? I just examined his face differently. I can see you have a good soul. Huh? Minoru had eyes like yours. Oh, you just have to look at his eyes, not his glasses. Oh. You're right. Now here you are trying to find Minoru. One good soul searching for another. That's not a bad deal. Okay, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you. Alright. Minoru was... Well, he spent time in a juvenile detention center. Oh? Never asked what he did that landed him there. I told him I wouldn't ask, and that he didn't have to say anything to me if he didn't want to. A juvenile detention center. Minoru got certified as a mechanic when he was at the juvenile detention center. He said he'd always loved cars. I didn't know what put him in detention, but I could see he'd busted his ass to climb up from where he was. I liked him so much I offered him the chance to work with me full-time. Give him a place to live, and he worked in my garage for a while. Minoru was very serious and honest, so honest, like a child. Indeed. They really cared for him. Makes me hope that it's definitely not this guy. I was glad Minoru was here. He helped me out a lot. Got plenty of questions for these two, alright? Was there anything else that stands out in your mind regarding Minoru? Let's see. Minoru was extremely awkward. He rarely spoke to anyone but us. I suppose you'd say he was a man of few words. Sad that he's dead. He didn't say much to us either, not really. But I could tell he was kind. I wonder if I'm forgetting anything. I admit, I was always surprised at how little he spoke. You know? Quiet as he was, I do remember something Minoru said one day that really stood out. He said someday he'd like to give his sister a ride in his car. What? Minoru had a sister. About the sister. I don't know if his family ever took care of him. So I thought I could help him as I could. I thought he'd need a driver's license, so I got him his license. It made him so happy. Those were good days. The best days. It was like having a new family. I thought those days would last for a long time. Well, it's like this. One day, Minoru suddenly said he was quitting. Really? So Minoru quit before he disappeared. Did he give a reason for quitting? No, not to me. Hey Fire, how's it going? Minoru had his mind made up, so I didn't press. I did give him a car, though, as a parting gift. A car? About the car. It was a used car on the verge of being scrapped, but it was still a car. I gave Minoru the keys and told him, she'll take you anywhere you want to go. He smiled so big. I wanted to complain about him quitting so suddenly, but he was so happy it didn't matter what I thought. Then Minoru drove away. He and the car just disappeared. I'm sure he's kept it working just fine. Oh, right. There was one more thing I gave Minoru. What's that? Sheet metal shears. Minoru was good at sheet metal work. It was his first job. He asked for sheet metal shears, so I gave them to him. I thought he ought to take the sheet metal tool he was used to using. Should be asleep, but kinda had too many coffees, but oh well. Alright. Well, let's hope that you get to be able to sleep soon. Minoru said he was going with his sister. I wonder if maybe, once they got where they were going, he'd get back to the car business. With his skills in those shears, he could go anywhere. But even then... Is it true about the blood they found in his home? Minoru was always a good person. Did he get mixed up in a bad situation? Sleep thrice as fast, much efficient. I'm gonna be yawning, too. Mr. and Mrs. Todoroki talk about Minoru Tsuki like he's their own child. It must have been heartbreaking when he left them. Thank you for the hydrate. Let's hydrate. Alright. Did you tell the police back then what you just told me? There were 2 detectives that came sniffing around here. I told them we had a Minoru Tsuki who worked here, but he quit. I don't know where he went. I truly don't know where Minoru went, and I didn't tell those detectives any of the things I've told you about him. They seemed so suspicious of him. I even kept it a secret that I gave Minoru a car. I don't know what else to say except I hope you find him. We're counting on you. Please find Minoru. Help him if you can. He has no one in the world but us. We never heard him talk about any friends. We know that he was friends with, or he knew Ayaka though. I think. They haven't said anything about Ayaka Hashizume yet. Did Minoru ever mention a woman named Ayaka Hashizume? Ayaka Hashizume. Do you know her? No, never heard that name. I don't know if Minoru ever had any lady friends. Hmm. We never heard him talk about any friends. Hmm. They aren't familiar with Ayagashi's name. Well, I've taken up a lot of their time. Is there anything else I should ask? I started this company, almost 40 years ago? Really, that long? Yes, indeed. I've been doing this for maybe twice as long as you've been alive. Oh. It's a small company, so my wife helps me out. She's got a death grip on the purse strings. That's a little rude, isn't it? Maybe, but it's true though. They seem to be joking, but who can tell? I'd like to retire sometime, but I don't have anyone who can take over the business for me. I wish Minoru were here. This couple saw Minoru Tsuzuki as a member of their family, but I'm only looking for him so I can solve Eisuke's murder. If I tell them about why I'm really here... There's no point in talking about it. What is it? You look like you really want to say something. With no link between the smiling man and Minoru, anything I say will just make these two people feel badly. No, it's nothing. Just thinking things through. I've heard what I wanted to hear. Now it's time for me to leave. Alright. Thank you for your time. My apologies for staying so long. I'll get going now. Take care and get home safe. If you find Minoru, tell him I said hello, then grab him with both hands and bring him here. He's getting us so worried. I'm gonna give him a good lecturing. You got it. Thank you, Detective, for coming all this way. Thank you for your help. My husband had thought of doing paperwork to make Minoru family, so he could take over the garage. Oh. I agreed, of course, so if you find Minoru, please tell him he can come back anytime. I understand. I'll definitely tell him. Thank you very much. Alright. Here's hoping Minoru isn't caught up in anything and is just missing. Alright, back at the detective agency. Welcome back, Shiro. How did today's investigation go? I spoke with the owner of Todoroki Motors over in Kamimatsu about Minoru Tsuzuki. That's great. So, what did you hear? All about how he came to work here, his personality, or everything. From what I've heard, Minoru Tsuzuki doesn't sound like the kind of person we're hunting. But he did spend time in a juvenile detention center, so something must have happened in his youth. Oh, interesting. Anyway, let's review what you learned at Todoroki Motors. Let's review. While at Todoroki Motors, I learned that Minoru Tsuzuki is... still missing. So the couple that runs Todoroki Motors don't know Minoru Tsuzuki's whereabouts either. Minoru didn't talk a lot, but there's one thing he definitely dreamed of doing. That dream was to give his sister a ride in his own car. He had a sister. That's what it sounds like. But he quit Todoroki Motors with almost no warning. Mr. Todoroki gave Minoru 2 gifts. The first was... of course. Car. And the second was... yes, a car and a pair of sheet metal shears. Mr. Todoroki gave them as a parting gift. We're learning new things and the case is getting pretty complicated. Let's be careful, okay? Yeah, I agree. What's wrong? Something on your mind? We've learned a lot, but I can't find a connection between Minoru Tsuzuki and Eisuke Sasaki. We're not getting to the bottom of anything, even though we keep investigating. Don't try to rush it, it's not like you. Yeah. Oh, the phone's ringing. Hey, I think it's yours? Who's calling me? Oh, it's Mr. Tsuki, okay. Mr. Otsuki, how are you? Hello, Shiro. I've traced the origin of the Smiling Man story to Irumo Village. Irumo Village, are you sure? That's cute. Irumo Village is practically a ghost town. Older population, most visitors are people going to or from the city. It was difficult to find anyone who knew of much value. I was gonna say, do they not have speakerphone? It's possible they don't have speakerphone on these ancient phones. But I found someone who knew the origins of the Smiling Man. The story seems to stem from events that took place 30 years ago in the village. However, it's not a story about a killer wearing a paper bag and terrorizing the populace. Oh? It's just like Fukuyama said. As the story spread, it mutated into what we think of as the Smiling Man today. And I'm certain that what happened 18 years ago had a big effect on that legend. I'll tell you more when I get home. Until then... Yeah? There's someone involved in this story whose name I think you'll recognize. Do you know who I'm talking about? It's... Emiko, right? Unfortunately, that's wrong. The person most closely associated with the origin of the Smiling Man is Minoru Tsuzuki. Uh-oh. The assumption is that Tsuzuki disappeared and died. But even if that's the case, I believe he was deeply connected to the case. Keep up the good work, you two. Understood. Leave it to us. I'm counting on you two to keep the investigation going until I'm back. Huh. Well, there's a connection between Minoru Tsuzuki and the Smiling Man. Seems like Megumi and Detective Kuze saw Minoru dressed as the Smiling Man, doesn't it? If that's the case, that would give us Eisuke's murderer. Well, now I feel we're a step away from solving the whole case. Yeah, that's the spirit. No way, there's no way it's like this. They're gonna swerve somehow. Yes. If Minoru Tsuzuki is the Smiling Man, he's probably hiding in Kofuku City. I'll go back to Todoroki Motors tomorrow and chat with the owner some more. Oh no. You're a genius, Mr. Otsuki. But when I was on the phone, she was close. Stop being weird. Oh, I almost forgot something important. Important how? The tie you told me about yesterday, I borrowed one because I had a hunch. Ah. Here it is. What do you think? Oh, it looks similar to the one I saw, but it's... Where did this tie come from? I borrowed it from Mr. Fukuyama. It's a tie from the Minami Daesan Junior High School uniform. Oh? Is what out of early access yet? Oh, satisfactory? Oh, got a 1.0 a week ago. Nice. Let's check out the tie. Alright. That pattern! I think it's the same one I saw on the tie in Detective Kuze's apartment. Huh? Why would a tie from Minami Daesan Junior High School be in Detective Kuze's apartment? Hey, you know the picture of Eisuke that Inspector Kamada showed me at the pumping station? He didn't have a tie. I don't think Eisuke was wearing a tie. He was obviously strangled with his own tie, somehow. Oh? So what happened to Eisuke's tie? Maybe it's the one you saw in Detective Kuze's apartment. I don't know, it looked like a tie from Minami Daesan Junior High School, but... It's possible Eisuke took it off once he got home? There's just no guarantee that the tie in Detective Kuze's apartment belonged to Eisuke, but... Huh. There was a motorcycle spotted near where the body was found, and Detective Kuze rides a motorcycle. And she had a tie that looked just like the one he could have worn in her apartment. I don't want to think about it, but is it possible? Could Detective Kuze be a suspect in Eisuke's murder? I was wondering. You think it's possible that Detective Kuze sees the tie as evidence? Even if she did, it's strange that she'd kept it at home instead of turning it over to forensics. Yeah, you're right. What's going on? Maybe Detective Kamihara... I should talk to him rather than speculate. Uh-oh. 4 GB update, no! Hello, Kamihara here. Sorry for calling so late. Do you have a moment? Huh? What's up? Trying to think of a tie-based plan, but your hands are tied. Is there any chance you can meet tomorrow morning? Anything for the boy detective. I'll try to make time before work. Thank you. We'll just wait for you in front of the Tsuki Detective Agency if that's all right. You got it, buddy. See you then. Yep. See you tomorrow. Oh, I'm yawning now. Time to test out this new command. Yeah, that exists now. You know what we need to solve this case? What? Detective Kamihara came and met with me the next morning and we chatted as we drove. In the back of my mind, I was probably hoping he'd laugh off my suspicions about Detective Kuze. I would have liked him to say, "What are you thinking about? You're overthinking it." A Great Dane. Missed a few. Yeah. Listen, we're starting a new tradition. Alright, chapter 11, Suspicion. So what's up, boy detective? To what do I owe the pleasure of your cold call? Because if you're missing me, then hey, I'm here anytime you need a little dice in your life. That's not it. Ah, too bad. So, you seem a bit off. What's bugging you? I just need to talk to you about something. What? Don't tell me you solved the case, or do tell me. Who did it? Really? I was wondering how Detective Kuse's doing, you know, lately with everything that has happened. Yeah, we're driving with him again. He's taking us on a trip again. Worried about my senpai, eh? Aww. She doesn't seem any different than usual, to be honest. I mean, I did see her practically jump out of her skin the other day at an unexpectedly loud clunk sound. But even I flinched at that, anyone would. I see. So what are you getting at anyway? Is there something you're stuck on? We're all gonna fall asleep. Neckties. Huh? When Aisuke was found, he was wearing his school uniform, but not his tie, right? I find car rides just knock me out. Same. Well, I found a tie at Detective Kuse's apartment that looked like the ones they wear at his junior high. What? Hold on, let me find a place to park. Oh, we're parking now. What the hell kinda? Another yawn. See, this number's gonna go up real fast. Have you heard anything from Detective Kuse about it? Prefer the car fruit for the rinds to the rinds? No, nothing in particular. So, I was in her apartment waiting for both of you to return when I noticed the box on the floor. I got 7.5 hours of sleep. I got normal hours of sleep. I just yawn a lot, okay? So I was in her apartment waiting for both of you to return when I noticed the box on the floor. A few things were spilling out, so I thought I'd help tidy up and put the box on a table. But that's when I noticed the tie. It looked like the ones they wear at Minami Daisan Junior High. Huh? That's not a lie, okay? I went to sleep at, let's see, 7 o'clock and woke up at 2:30. And that is 5 plus 2 plus 30 minutes. That's 7.5 hours. Why would she have that tie? Don't you think it's a little suspicious? So you think... Huh? Got stuck out of town yesterday and got 3 hours of sleep in a motel full of meth dealers? No! Did you at least get any meth? JK. You actually think she's the culprit? You think Junko Kuze killed Eisuke Sasaki, then took his tie and keeps it at her place? Well, that's all you have to say. I'll take that as a yes. That's not exactly what I'm saying. It's fair to wonder about why she'd have a tie like that, but suspicious is a bridge too far. Oh no. You shouldn't have done this while you were in a car with him, Shiro. This is a bad idea. There are lots of reasons she could have a tie. What do you think it means? And are you sure it's the exact same tie? Couldn't the pattern just be similar? The pattern looks like it contains the emblem from Minami Daisai Junior High, so... Really? Looks like. Did you actually compare a genuine tie with this one? No, I didn't go that far. Well, then you have insufficient evidence. So be real with me. Do you really think Detective Kuze is the killer? So are you gonna answer my question or what? I don't think Detective Kuze is the culprit. Yet. Yet? Wow. I think it's a lost cause. I don't have enough evidence to convince Detective Kamihara of my suspicions. But he has to be wondering about that tie, right? Why would it be in Detective Kuze's apartment? I'm sure it's a long shot, but I should ask as many questions as possible at this point. So do you remember how I told Detective Kuze about the eyewitness account of the motorcycle? She never told you about that, did she? Well, that's all you have to say? I'll take that as a no. The boy detective is being cheeky. But it is true she didn't tell me about the motorcycle. So what's your point? Well, Detective Kuze rides a motorcycle. So I ride a motorcycle too. So does Inspector Kamada. Are we all suspects too? Even Inspector Kamada? Any other motorcycle riders on the force? You lost the 69. Try the 420. I hear it's got better rods. You can't just pin everything on Junko. Or can you, boy detective? Is Junko the mastermind? Question mark? See? Huh. Maybe 69% will work better for fire. Okay, let me ask you something else. Do you remember the hair clip? Oh, yeah, it was in the mail slot. Detective Kuze's apartment, right? That's right, but she reacted oddly to it. 42.0%. But she reacted oddly to it, remember? I mean, that tracks. Wait. How would you react if someone put a hair clip with a random name in your mail slot? You'd be creeped out, right? So would anyone. Well, I think it's possible that the hair clip actually belonged to Detective Kuze herself. Based on what? Detective Kuze's grandmother showed me a photo of her as a young girl wearing the same clip. Apparently it was a treasured gift from her mother. That's because they didn't do 69. What's more, she supposedly lost the clip the same day that Makoto disappeared. Yeah, 60. You didn't have enough 9s. You need an infinite number of 9s before it becomes 69. So what's your point? Besides, if it's really hers, how do you explain the name Emiko on the piece of paper? Well... Also, it didn't look like a particularly unique hair clip to me. It looks like you could buy it anywhere. You have a point. Then why are we even still talking about hair clips? My boy Shiro got all the circumstantial evidence. So about the smiling man. You know, I'm ready to believe he's real, but I have no idea who he is or what he could possibly want. Isn't it strange that Emio would show up at Detective Kuze's home? Why go there? Just a coincidence? I think he was going specifically to see Detective Kuze herself. Some people just hate cops, you know? Maybe it was some psycho out for revenge. Suppose, but isn't it strange that no one else saw him? There were no eyewitnesses. We're going on Detective Kuze's word that Emio showed up at her place. Maybe he didn't really go there. Maybe Detective Kuze made up the whole thing. Come on, you were there. You saw how she was. She was terrified, man. How can you think she was faking it? If that was acting, give her best actress right now. There's no way she was faking. Believe me, I know her. Maybe she looked in the mirror and saw the smiling man. Maybe she saw someone else. Maybe she saw her brother. Sorry for the outburst. Forget it. I'll just take you to Kofuku Station now. Okay, yes. Thanks for the ride. And just so you know, you should probably stay away from Detective Kuze for a while. What? She's got a good instinct. She'll know exactly what you're thinking. I hope you make it through this alive. Toodles. He's definitely angry at us, so... Alright, let's think about things. Never seen Detective Kamihara so passionate. That was surprising. Then again, he didn't completely laugh off my theory, but maybe I am overthinking it? No, any reasonable theory should be considered, and that hair clip still bugs me. Huh. I need to change my mindset. What should I focus on now? Well, it's possible that the smiling... Change your mindset by putting on some tunes. Well, if it's possible that the smiling man that Megumi and Detective Kuze saw is actually Minoru Suzuki, I should explore the possibility that he's actually lurking around the city somewhere. I guess the most natural place he might pop up would be Todoroki Motors. I can't think of any other possible locations. I should ask them to let me know the moment they hear from him if they ever do. I can hear the sounds of heavy machinery in the distance. There must be construction work nearby. Let's bother these two. Are those folks friends? Looks like a friendly conversation. Oh, dang it. Oh, they're closed today. Seems like. It's closed? Wonder if they're out. There's no one to ask. No sign of anyone here. This is the garage owned by Mr. and Mrs. Todoroki, but no one's here now. Alright, there's a sign on the door. Huh? Oh, there's a sign that reads, "I'll be back at noon." Guess they went somewhere. I've got some time to kill between now and then. What should I do? Oh, maybe I could check out the apartments where Minoru Suzuki used to live. If I recall correctly, Mama Shoko said it was Kamematsu. Do we know where? They're dead today. Oh, there's a businessman. Let's talk to him. People around here might know something about the apartment where Minoru lived. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk? What the hell are you doing? No, I'm sorry. I was talking to you, but I'm on the phone right now. Oh, I see. We got a deal? It's 100 million yen, take it or leave it. Okay, 100 million and 800 yen. You lousy cheapskate. Something tells me this person is busy. Shiro is gonna be the smiling man. He's gonna find out that the smiling man is his future self, traveling back in the past. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Yeah, what is it? There was an incident at an apartment building near here about 18 years back, and... What kind of incident are you talking about? A series of young girls were murdered, the man we believe was involved. He disappeared without a trace, with stories that his apartment was covered in blood. That's horrible. I hate the sight of blood. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to find his apartment, and I think it was right near here. Well, I'm not from around here, actually. Sorry. Oh, see, sorry. I was sorry for bothering you. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Sure, have a look around. Hey, you need any eggplant? It's an excellent price. Plant yourself in produce and get to shopping. Oh, sorry, I didn't come here to order veggies. Not a customer, eh? Why didn't you come back after closing time then? Apologies. Alright, you're my only hope, fishmonger. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Yeah, come over here. I'm just dealing with a few things here. One sec. Okay. Children. Is the smiling man here? Hello, Emio? Exceptional sales pitch. Just kidding. Hey, kids. Huh? Those were the same kids I saw yesterday, weren't they? Huh? Aw, Boo, I thought you'd be totally surprised. We should have tried to sound scarier. Hey, what are you doing? Oops. What are you guys doing wearing those bags on your heads? We're playing Smiling Man, duh! I guess the publicity hasn't exactly died down. I'm Emio, I'm scary, I'll give you a forever smile. Not you, though. Do you know the Smiling Man? Yeah, I know about him. Actually, I'm investigating him. Wait, are you a weirdo? A weirdo? Yeah, grown-ups who are interested in the Smiling Man are always weirdos. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He's a pervert. Do you understand what weirdo and pervert? Yeah. Do you understand that weirdo and pervert are very different things? But your zipper is down. Huh. And now we know you're a pervert and a weirdo, and you probably live in a haunted apartment. A haunted apartment? What do you mean? I mean, you probably live in some creepy haunted apartment, duh. Yeah, like where the Smiling Man lives, right? Isn't that spooky? What do you mean, where the Smiling Man lives? Where? Oh, I don't know. My mom and dad won't tell me. They just say it's not safe. It's because it's all old and run down, I think. I heard the Smiling Man lives in a red room. The walls and tatami mats are 100% red. They say he's always laughing in that room. You can hear it echoing throughout the building. No, I heard you can hear him screaming like, yeah! Anyway, supposedly no one lives in that haunted apartment anymore. Why don't you go have a look for yourself, Mr. Pervert? Tell us if the Smiling Man is there. Hey, you kids, quit wearing those horrible things around. It's dangerous. Ah, crap, run! Bye! And they're gone. The Smiling Man's haunted apartment, completely red. So Minoru Tatsuki's disappearance 18 years ago, leaving behind bloodstains in his apartment. Seems like the haunted apartment the kids spoke of could have been his place. I don't expect to find anything groundbreaking, but it's a good idea to check it out. The only question is, where is it? The kids didn't have any info on that front. Oh right, I might be able to get the location from Mr. and Mrs. Todoroki? Did we talk to this guy yet? Alright. I've got a lot of time to kill before noon. What should I do? Do you know of the haunted apartment? Oh, come on, the play yourself pun was funny. Admit it. Alright. Oh. Huh. It looks like half the road is blocked for road construction. Oh, what if the sound of this construction is what I heard at Kofuku Station? I should talk to some people around here. Maybe they'll know about the haunted apartment. You. Passerby. Excuse me. Huh? What? I can't hear you. I'd love to talk to you. You wanna stalk a dude? Wait, what? Yeah, is that good? Do you have time? No, I don't have any limes. Why would you ask that? I'm busy. I don't have time for this. No, wait. Oh, thank you for the yawn. How am I going to talk to anyone with all of this loud noise? I can't think like that. Interviewing is the basis of detective work. Forget the noise. I'm gonna cut through it with my boy detective skills. Just kidding. Alright. You! Excuse me, can I ask you a few questions? I'm working here! Get out of here! It's dangerous! Right, sorry. Oh, there's a security guard here. Maybe I could talk to him. Excuse me. Oh, the construction noise stopped. How can I help you? Sorry yelled at you earlier, pal. Oh, no, I'm sorry for bothering you. So how can I help you? I don't know. Why are we talking to people? I'm actually looking for someone. I was told that he lived in an apartment around here. Oh yeah, nah, I can't help you with that. Oh? I ain't from around here, just work in the area. I see. I don't know. Guess I've been working here all day, so maybe I've seen him? Who you looking for? Oh. Oh, what do I know? I'll probably point you in the wrong direction. Yeah. I mean... I'm looking for someone named Minoru Tsuzuki. Well, I wouldn't know the name even if I did see him. This is the person I'm looking for. His name is Minoru Tsuzuki. And you just got the sketch? I never seen or met anyone like that before. Why are you looking for this guy? I'm actually a detective. Oh, no kidding. Like on TV? Just working in the area trying to drain all the blood out of some apartment, right? You ever yell, be like, I object to something? That's wrong job, man. Oh, he's thinking of a lawyer. Nah, I don't know that person, alright? Watch out, we got a boy detective here. Have you seen this guy then? Huh? I don't know who that is. Okay. It seemed like he reacted to the sketch of Makoto, or was it my imagination? I don't know who that is. I ain't got no friends named Suzuki unless... Huh? I don't know anybody like that. Huh? But it seemed like the name was familiar to him. Hmm. Is something wrong? No, I'm just thinking. Huh? I thought that name sounded familiar, but that ain't the guy you're looking for. It's too much of a coincidence, right? What? It's too much. What do you mean? What are you thinking about? Huh? Speaking of, I feel like he had a bit of a reaction to the sketch of Makoto. What was this guy's name? The one you're looking for? Oh, it's Minoru Tsuzuki. I just remembered. I think I know him. Oh? Yeah, and this is Tsuzuki. What the hell? What is going on? What? That can't be right. The sketch I'm showing you is of Makoto Kuse. Kuse, I don't know anything about that. That's Suzuki, I guarantee it. What? Oh, what's happening? Well, I guess it's just a drawing, huh? Why don't you let me see both sketches, huh? Let's see. Yep, that's Suzuki, damn sure of it. It can't be helped. It can't be the other way around. Really? What does that mean? Yeah, I tell you, go ask someone else. Trouble is, I'm the only one who worked with Suzuki here at this site. Huh. Were you working with Minoru Suzuki at this construction site? Yeah, I think so. It was definitely in Kofuku City, I think. And yeah, your man Suzuki was on the job. Really? Can't say if his first name was Minoru or not, but I'm pretty sure his last name was Suzuki. I may look like a jabroni, but I got a pretty good memory, you know. Yeah, that Suzuki was a weird guy. Kind of the spacey type, didn't talk much. On top of all that, the guy was always wearing a face mask. Hardly ever saw him take it off. Oh, he wore a mask. Yeah, I mean, like, some folks in this line of work want to stay anonymous, I get it. I'm sure we got his reasons. Break time's almost over. I gotta eat while I have the chance. See you, man. Thank you. We do know that Makoto, or the person that Junko thought was Makoto, was also wearing a mask at the time. The guy who looked at the sketch of Makoto had said it was Suzuki. Of course, both sketches are just guesses by the artist based on old photos. So the artist could have been a bit off with the predictions, but it still seems unlikely that you'd mistake one for the other when they look so different. Wait, if that worker was about to eat his lunch, that means it must be noon and the folks at Todoroki Motor should be back by now. I should head there. Now what if they eat lunch at 12:45? Or 11:45. Huh? They should be back by now, but... Oh good, the shutters are open. Hello? Oh, it's you, Detective. Hello, thank you for your help yesterday. Oh, it's nothing. You can come back here anytime. Oh, since I'm here, can I ask a few more questions? It won't take long. Oh, sure, I don't mind. Great, thank you. Actually, I had something to tell you first, and I'm hoping to confirm something else. Yes, what is it? Well, I put together that Minoru could be living somewhere in the city. Are you serious? Minoru is alive and living right here in the city? It seems likely, yes. If he contacts you, will you please let me know? Yes, of course, I would. I wonder if Mr. Todoroki is here. Sorry, before we go on, can you tell me how you know that Minoru is in town? Well, it's natural for her to be curious. I could tell her why I suspect that Minoru is likely in town, but in order to explain, I'll have to talk about Eisuke's case. Of course, Minoru disappeared shortly after being named a person of interest 18 years ago. If I say anything about him possibly being involved in Eisuke's death, was it before or after? It'd naturally be upsetting for Mrs. Todoroki to hear. But I'd really like to get her reaction to the sketches again, and I have more questions I need answered. So what's the best way for me to ensure that she cooperates with my investigation? I'm gonna be honest. I should be honest with her and ask for her cooperation. I understand why you want to know, and I'll explain, but is Mr. Todoroki around? No, I'm afraid he's out delivering a car. Well, would it be alright if we waited until he returns? No, I can't wait. Tell me now, I need to know. Very well, Mr. Todoroki. Are you aware of the recent strangulation of a middle school student in the area? Well, yes. I mean, I saw something about it on the news. Okay, well, I'm currently part of a team that's investigating that case. Oh. We've discovered a connection between this case and the one from 18 years ago involving Minoru. And recently, some new information has come to light. I have reason to believe that a person of interest from the old case may be involved in this new incident, and I'm afraid to say that there's a good chance that that person is Minoru Tsuzuki. What? If he is in the area, I thought there's a chance that he might try to contact you or Mr. Todoroki. That's why I'm here today. The apartment that Minoru was living in was right here in Kamimatsu, wasn't it? Oh my god, turn on the lights. And like, of course he's gonna clam up now. You shouldn't have mentioned that he was living in the city. You should have asked at least where his apartment was. Are you familiar with the urban legend known as Emio or the Smiling Man? Have you noticed anything unusual lately? Like say any phone calls that were silent on the other end? You really think that our Minoru did it? No, I can't say for certain at this stage. It's just I can't rule it out either. Please leave. What? Get out of here. I have nothing more to say to someone who thinks our Minoru could have done such a thing. Minoru is like a son to her, so it's like I just accused her son of murder. No wonder she's upset. But I need the location of the apartment and to see how the Todorokis react to the sketch. In short, I need them. I knew I should have waited for Mr. Todoroki to get back first. Well, he's back. Oh, it's that young detective, huh? What brings you here today? Wait, did you already find Minoru? There's no way, right? Come on, what's with the sourpuss? My wife and I are counting on you. Sweetie. Yeah? You do want to clue me in on whatever the hell's going on? Yes, of course. I told him everything that I told Mrs. Todoroki. I love cheap viewers. I see. Huh. Get out of here. Hey, I said get out of here. What? You think it's a murder that just happened is connected to something from 18 years ago? And Minoru's no criminal, mark my words. My wife and I know Minoru better than anyone. There's no way he could be a murderer. What gives you the right to come here and accuse him? No, I'm not. You little punk. Are you even a real detective, or are you just a pawn for them trying to get close to us? Did you actually think we'd help you find Minoru and turn him in? What a joke! I said get out of here. Are you gonna find Minoru? That would be so wonderful. Having a flashback to this? Yes, yes it would. Minoru disappeared all those years ago, and since he was like a child to the Todorokis, I can't imagine how much they've worried over the years. Of course, if I find Minoru, the first thing I'll have to do is inform Inspector Kamada. Now, Mr. Todoroki said that he's never told the police what he shared with me yesterday. And yet I was speaking with them under the assumption that Minoru was a killer. I can't imagine they would have cooperated if they had known that. It all feels so cruel. What are you doing just standing there? It's when I told you to get out. Honey, bring me some salt. I can't believe I said you had a good soul. You wouldn't know truth if it hit you in the face. I can see you have a good soul. I have every right to be angry. Stop looking at me like this! Poor Mr. Todoroki, who said I have a good soul and eyes like Minoru. Alright, let's do it. What? I wish I could help them. They put their faith in me. I get the sense that they're generally concerned for Minoru and just want to see him again. And it feels like I'm the only one who can make that happen. Only me, the detective. Show boy detective skills. Mr. Todoroki, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I just wanted to get to the truth. Maybe Minoru's guilty, or maybe not. How dare you? Or maybe he was just caught up in that case 18 years ago, and the real killer is using that. Either way, it's why I've got to find him. It's my duty as a detective. But thanks to you, I'm on the right track. I just need your support. Ain't happening. Huh? Minoru ain't gonna call us. Huh? He's not an idiot. If what you say is true, then I'm sure he's aware that he's a suspect, which means there's no way he'd contact us. That's what I think anyway. Because he wouldn't want to get you involved at all. Yeah, that's the kind of guy he is. I mean, even knowing he's a suspect, deep down I still want to see Minoru. We miss him. So I've decided that we will continue helping you with your investigation. Yeah? Yeah. Thank you. Alright, let's go. There is just one condition. If you find Minoru, we're the first to know. He'd never lie to us, he'll tell us the truth, and I'll tell you. I understand. Alright, let's go. Do you know if Minoru's former apartment is still intact? Yeah, it's just like it was. No one wanted to move into that creepy place. The lease was in my name, but he left it in such a state. Let me tell you, the landlord let me have it. That insensitive old windbag. Where is that apartment located? You actually want to see it. You're pretty curious, aren't you? Well, it sounds like some of the kids in the area refer to it as a haunted apartment. Haunted apartment, that's nonsense. Honey, why don't you draw him a map? Yes, yes, just a moment. Thank you, I'd appreciate it. Alright. Smiling man, what's that? Shiro needs to partner with Phoenix, right? It's true. Did you ever hear Minoru say that name? Nah, never. First of all, he can barely speak, so he only says the minimum words required. We should ask them about the name Emiko. I don't remember Minoru telling me that. You're young, but you got guts, I like you. Sorry for yelling earlier. No, I'm the one who should apologize. Thank goodness they changed their minds. It seems like they'll cooperate. Alright. I wish I could see Minoru. Still, I'm afraid I don't have anything else to tell you. We covered it all yesterday. Nothing more to say. Alright. Right, I need to have them take a look at the sketch. So you agree that this sketch looks like what you imagine Minoru would look like now, right? Yes, that's right. But I haven't seen it for years. It's possible that it looks different now. Right. But you know, he was a grown man when he left, so I wouldn't expect his appearance to change that much. Of course, you're right. So yeah, I just look at that and can tell that's Minoru. Something about the eyes. Minoru said, or like Mr. Todoroki said, even after 18 years, he'd recognize someone who was that close. But that worker was sure that the sketch of Makoto was Suzuki. So really, who the hell is this guy? Well, I met a construction worker in the area earlier today who said he knew Suzuki. What, really? Yes, I know. So anyway, I showed him both of these sketches, and he says this one is Suzuki. Aw, what the hell's that supposed to mean? Sorry it took me so long, I'm a bit clumsy. Wow, the sketch of Minoru is really well done. Yeah, that's gotta be him, right? No matter how I look at it, that's Minoru, right? Glad they can confirm it's definitely Minoru. By the way, fun fact, I'm pretty sure, I feel like this game, and there are a few others like it, that Phoenix Wright, the series, was definitely inspired by. This isn't like the first game of the detective genre and for old video games back then, but this is set like, this is basically what the investigation parts of Phoenix Wright are. It's just like Phoenix Wright, but without the trial sections. There's no way we could mistake him. Ah. Well, not this game. The old games in the series. Could it be? Quite the story. I see what's going on here. What the hell is that? I get it. There's your real culprit. He's been doing bad things and pinning him on Minoru. Oh? That's the real killer. You think so too, don't you? Makes sense that Todoroki would think that, but there's no way that Makoto Kuze is impersonating Minoru Suzuki. Please find Minoru soon, but also, you've got to catch the guy who's out there impersonating him and turn him into the cops. Yes, please find Minoru for us. Here's a map to the apartment he used to live in. I'll do my best. Thank you so much for the map. Great. Now I know the way to Minoru's apartment. Thank you for your cooperation. Of course, be careful out there. Take care of Minoru if you find him. I will. Suzuki's apartment. Looks like there's some trees growing on the wall. Joining in that yawn. This must be it. Alright. Should search all over. Search all over. There are a few cracks, but you can't really see anything inside. Might have to bail and snooze. Alright. If you have to bail, you gotta bail, right? What rope? Looks like these ropes are here to keep people off the property. It seems like it's been this way for a long time. Wall. The exterior walls look badly damaged from exposure to rain. Stairs to the second floor are chained. Doesn't look like it's easy to get in there. Gonna get jump scared by a smiling man. Good night, Splats. The air feels stagnant somehow. What are we doing?
雨ざらしくまなく調べて
Alright. Still gotta search. Maybe if we show the house the picture of,
雨ざらしで
still the same messages.
ところどころ
Round. I wonder how many years it's been like this. I've looked over the whole place and it's no condition for human habitation. Alright. This is probably the haunted apartment that the kids were talking about. The supposed residence of the Smiling Man. Of course, Minoru is probably in Kofuku City, right? Oh, who's that? Or is he lurking in his apartment? Probably not. But I do have the odd sensation that someone is watching me. If you're in there, come out! Emio! Just kidding. Huh? What are you doing here? You look dapper, sir. Hello? Excuse me, can I ask you a few questions?
ちょっとお話を伺ってもいいですか
Alright. Have you heard the story about this apartment being covered in blood? It would have been a long time ago. No, he's not saying anything. Have you ever known a man named Minoru Suzuki? He lived here 18 years ago. Minoru Suzuki. Does he know the name? Sir, have you ever heard of the Smiling Man? I am a Smiling Man. What? Mr. Smiling Man, huh? What are you doing here? I'm a detective. I'm investigating a case that may have some connection to this area. A detective? Briefcase? Obviously not what I said. What are you doing here? Minoru. Huh? Alright, let's show him some pictures. I wasn't counting on getting anything useful, but I'm glad I came here just in case. Why did that change all of a sudden? Oh, it was just moving. Hall. Well, thanks, I guess. I'll get going now. A bloodstained room, laughter, screams. I was there when it happened. Huh? I heard that the Smiling Man lives in a red room. The walls and tatami mats are 100% red. No, I heard that you can hear him screaming, like, yeah. I wonder if he really knows anything about what happened here. Alright. Sir, what did you see? It was a long time ago, right? I saw it. I saw a man. A man? Can you be at all more specific? I saw it. I saw it. Okay? See if I can get some info from him. Do you recognize this man's face? So have you seen this person recently? So how about it? I saw it. Okay. I saw a couple. What? Wait, a couple? A man and a woman in love. I know. You know something? What is it? Tell me. I know everything. Everything? Huh? Huh? What the hell do you know? That's what I'm asking you. A woman was there. A woman in his apartment? Dynamite. What? Was there a bomb?
Dynamite.
What? Sexy dynamite? Huh? Boom. Guess the sexy dynamite blew up. Oh! Sir, are you okay? I saw it. No, I'm being watched. Who's watching you? Smiling. That smile. Did you say smile? Old man, what do you know? Scared. I'm scared. What are you afraid of? The circle. White circle. Stretching. A white circle stretching? No, I can't. You can't. What? I know. Huh? What the hell do you know? Okay. Where is this story going? A man and a woman in love. I'll never forgive him. Sir, what happened? I can't forgive him. Who are you talking about? You know him too. Who? Him, it's him. No, really, who? That son of a... I've been shot. Someone's been shot? I've been shot through the... What? Are you okay? I've been shot through the heart with love. Oh, come on. I am. Huh? I hear someone walking. What? Who's walking? The song. I forgot the song. I hear footsteps. I wasn't counting on getting useful. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'll get going? No, that isn't it. What isn't what? The bloodstain, What? Sir, what happened? The song, okay. I won't let you go. I hear footsteps. I sure would like to know more about the bloodstains and the screams that he heard. Even local children have heard the story. I saw it. I saw a masked man stained with blood that night. A masked man stained with blood. Sir, can you please give me more details? What? Scared. I'm scared. Sir, are you okay? What is going on? What? Dad, are you rambling about nonsense to strangers again? Huh? Oh? I'm so sorry. If I take my eyes off him for even a second, he just starts wandering. What are you doing here? I told you there's a dangerous masked man in the area. How many times do I have to tell you not to play here, Hiroshi? Huh? This man isn't Hiroshi. Sorry, sir. Who's that? I don't know. Hiroshi's in college, not this guy. Okay, anyway, isn't it time for dinner? Yeah, you just ate, didn't you? Well, I didn't learn anything from the haunted apartment, but... An old man ranting about a masked man and bloodstains is something to file away. Alright. I still like no. Why would the construction worker look at Makoto's sketch and say it's Suzuki? And let's see if I can get to the bottom of that. Alright. Oops. Wrong location. Oh, hey. Hello there, little one. You got some more interviews lined up today? Hey, Mama Shoko. Yep, interviews. What are you doing here? I'm heading to work, of course. The bar's not gonna open itself this evening. Right, of course. Huh? Are you feeling okay? You seem off, little one. Oh? You can tell just by looking at me? How many years have I worked the bar? I can read anyone's face. So what's the matter? You get into a fight with Kami? Huh? Nailed it, right? See, Mama Shoko sees it all and knows all. Yeah. You know how Kami acts, all that braggadocio? Well, deep down, he's scared. Maybe not even that deep. He's hiding his true feelings. Huh. He's dealing with a lot right now. I imagine he's overwhelmed. Yeah. So if it seems like he got angry with you, well, it might just mean he trusts you. Sorry, little one, but I've got to get the bar ready. Real quick, Mama Shoko. I just want to say thank you. Oh well, I think you'll find that most arguments can be settled with a laugh. So why don't you stop by the bar after you solve the case and bring Kami with you? Yeah, I'll do that. Good. Oh, your face is improving already. I'll be waiting for you there. I like her. She's nice. So Kami trusts me, huh? Well, I hope he does. Alright, let's get back to work. Oh no. Hey, it's you again. You're that detective, right? Sorry, I ain't got much time. Boss said there was a change of plans, so we're stopping work early today. Oh, is that so? I already told you everything I know anyway. Look, I'm holding up the driver right now. Everyone's waiting on me. And besides, it ain't like the sketch is gonna change no matter how many times you show it to me. But... Hey, what's the holdup? Were you coming? Yeah, I hear you. I'm coming. See you later, kid. Wait, huh? Huh? That guy over there also knew Suzuki. Hey, wait a minute. Huh? Oh? Hey, what's the holdup? We're all waiting on ya. Hey, this kid's our driver, but I bet he remembers Suzuki, don't ya? Oh, really? Sorry, could you take a look at these? Yo, which one do you think is Suzuki? Oh, well, this one. Right? See, kid? See, I told you I was right. Are you sure? Yes, anytime we leave the job site, we take roll call, although Suzuki always did wear a mask. But I made him take it off when it was time for roll call. That's how I'm sure the face matches. Two people have now seen the sketch of Makoto and claimed that it's actually Minoru. I don't think it's a simple misunderstanding, but I'm not sure what's going on. Things are getting wild. What kind of person was Suzuki? He was a strange guy, he hardly ever spoke, and he pretty much kept to himself. One time I said we should get a drink together. He just chuckled and gave me a look, didn't even answer. He hardly ever spoke and he pretty much kept to himself? No, I don't know anyone who looks like that. To be honest, he didn't make much of an impression. If you weren't paying attention, you could forget he was even there. But overall, he seemed like an okay guy, just my impression. Would Makoto have been posing as Minoru Suzuki for some reason? Is there any detail you could tell me about Suzuki? Even the smallest thing could help. Oh, let's see. Oh, there was a thing that happened on the last day of the job. The last day. Oh, right. How could you forget? I drive a lot of guys to the worksite every day. Pretty much everyone, actually. But Suzuki, he walked until the very last day of construction. That day, he accepted a ride home. Yeah, I invited him. Why? You know, he was just such an oddball, I guess, so I kind of wanted to see where he lived. That's right, you said it's my last chance. Did I really? But ultimately, I dropped him off in the middle of nowhere. Kind of a mountainous area, seemed deserted to me. Oh. Yeah, I remember thinking, what a weird place to get dropped off. But he just started wading through the overgrown weeds on his way up to the mountains. How's this music? I yelled out, what are you, a bear? I thought maybe he was gonna pick some veggies or berries or something, but it was almost dark. Huh. Can you tell me where you dropped Suzuki off? Yeah, it's a place called Yamanba Pass. Kinda creepy sounding, right? Who would ever live in a place like that? Live there? Who would even go there in the first place? Alright. New location. Let's go. Now, don't even say goodbye to these guys. We're just like, boom, zoom, straight to the moon. Final chapter, the truth. Okay. I'm betting that the tie was sent to Detective Kuze by the same person who sent the hairpin. This is Yamamba Pass, where the person they called Suzuki got out of the construction worker's car. It's fairly remote and there's not much traffic. It'd take a while to walk to town from here. If he wandered up into the mountains, where did he end up? There aren't any houses out here. There are bears? What am I supposed to do if I run into one? Animal tracks. Huh? What's this here? Looks like grass has been trampled. Animal tracks? Or a person? It's a bit overgrown, but... I have to check it out. Oops. Follow the tracks. Oh boy, I'm a little nervous. It's already starting to get dark, but... I'm gonna push on and go as far as I can. Let's go. Yeah. The going's gotten rough. This is basically mountain climbing at this point. You know, you should probably call someone to let them know that you're here. But what if I called out and a bear answered? Maybe I won't do that. Can't hear anything but the breeze and the birds singing. There aren't any snakes around, right? There's music. The dense forest and it's getting dark. I can't see the road anymore. The tracks have been following continue deeper into the woods. Looks like it's a steep climb ahead. Looks like there's some tracks in the mud. I should pay close attention. They must have been made by someone passing through. I'm glad they're here. I can use them to navigate. It doesn't look like a hiking trail. I don't see any signs or landmarks at all. Maybe the trail was blazed by someone who lives out here and now Minoru Suzuki is using it. Oh, she forgot to charge again, so now my battery's low. Horror game protagonist. Or horror movie protagonist actions. I won't use it for now in case there's an emergency and I need it later. Let's follow the tracks a little longer. Ah, that was a pretty intense hill. Phew. Okay, where should I go next? I didn't expect this day to end with me lost in a mountain. I have to observe my surroundings carefully, so I don't get lost. Bushes have gotten even thicker. I'm only gonna find the tracks if I examine the area closely. I wonder if I could find some rare beetles out there. How many years did it take for the forest to grow like this? Some of the greenery is a bit trampled. Sure seems like someone's been walking here. Bushes are knocked down. How many? Okay. What are we looking for? Is there like a zoom button? There is not. We're gonna keep examining the trees and talking about beetles apparently. As one does. If someone made it this far, their track should be easy to spot. Okay. I should keep going. Oh, it's just... Alright, a fork in the trail. This is gonna be a problem. I don't think the sun's rays could reach here with all this overgrowth. It's the way up. I see a good amount of tracks. So I guess we're going this way? It's the way down. There are some tracks, but they're sparse. We're going right. Let's go to the right. The trail continues, but why is it going downhill? This place is a bit more open. Am I crazy? This view looks kind of familiar. Oh, that's the entrance to the forest. I must have walked in a big circle. Let's start over and follow the tracks. Okay. Back at the fork in the road, I won't make the same mistake. No, not again. I like to think I'm a man who can learn from his mistakes. Well, don't put the second the option on the different... Alright, let's go to the left. A stream. Look, it's a stream. I'm on stream. The water is really moving. It's not super deep, so I bet I could cross, but... What? There is a ribbon here. What's that? Oh, it looks like a marker. So if I go to the direction of this landmark, I might find a road. Why put that there, though? Do people pass through here on a regular basis? I can use the rocks to cross without getting wet. Which reminds me of text adventure games. Well, it was made in that era, except this was for the console. Well, not this game. This series was born in that era, but it was made for consoles. So they gave you, since you didn't want it, they didn't want you to type everything. They just gave you options instead. Another fork in the road. Tsuko Kin... What? Tsuko Kinshi? No, that's not she. I don't know what that is. Oh, it does say she. Okay. Reads no entry. Okay. It's written in hiragana. I wonder if that's to make it easier for kids to read. Go left? Sign says to keep out, but I'm gonna ignore that and go left anyway. Yeah, so the Famicom Detective Club series was a Japan-only, mystery novel series for the Nintendo, the Nintendo Entertainment System, the original. Well, it was for the Famicom in Japan, and it never came out in the West. But yeah, it's not a kid's game. Hey, Ithladum, how's it going? So what now? I should observe my surroundings carefully before proceeding. Alright. Well, there's a shack there. We should look there. A shed. It looks pretty old, but it might be worth investigating. There's a Jizo here. A Jizo statue. It looks like it's barely been taken care of, but it's got a rose on it. There are random flowers an offering. The flowers are fresh. Someone must have been here recently. It looks like there's some tracks behind the statue. Oops. There must be something. There's also a cave. There's a lot of decisions to be making here. Alright, is that a cave? I think I can get in there if I bend down. Can't see much deeper here. Alright. How many options do we have? We have 3? Let's check the shed first. There's no sign of anyone, but maybe I can learn something. That was smaller than I thought it would be. Just a storage shed, probably used by a forestry worker. It was old and falling apart. I learned nothing. Alright, guess we're just not gonna get anything out of these. It looks pretty dark and scary, but maybe it leads somewhere interesting? Oh, this is... It's a dead end after just a few meters. Alright, behind the statue. Whoa! An entire village? Finally out of the woods. Oh, what the hell is this place? Maybe it's like a farmhouse? Show the sketch to the buildings. Is this an abandoned village? There's nobody around. It's like time stopped. There's some old dilapidated houses. The workers dropped off someone who they were calling Tsuzuki a ways back. I wonder if he lived here. There's no sign of anyone living here. The exterior wall is completely collapsed. Alright. No sign of anyone. It's like time has stopped. I don't think anyone will come out. Could Minoru Tsuzuki be here? And I guess, more importantly, if someone were here, would it really be, Minoru? Two separate people ID'd Makoto's sketch as Tsuzuki. What are we looking at? Not so much as touched it, it'd fall apart. Feels spooky, maybe haunted, like something might jump out at me. Like tracks I can look for? The exterior, okay. Same as what we said before. Hmm. Okay. Okay, fine. I should look inside these buildings even though they look abandoned. Alright. Within the abandoned village. Oh! It's Kuze! What are you doing here? Detective Kuze? Why are you? Answer my question. I think Minoru Tsuzuki might be lurking around here. So I'm looking for him. Is that why you're here too? So, if you're here, that means Minoru Tsuzuki must be lurking somewhere around here, right? Can't tell you anything about the police investigation. You have no right to expect me to. Oh. You're a civilian. I have no obligation to tell you anything. That's... Two people have looked at the sketch of Makoto and told me it's a person they know as Suzuki. What? Detective Kuzi is usually calm and collected. Not now, though. She seems pretty nervous. Why is she so tense? Does she really think Minoru Tsuzuki? Very possibly the smiling man is in the village right now? You know how it is. I can't answer any questions about the case, so... Your work is done. Leave the rest to the police. Go home. The police will take care of the rest. Detective Kuze is right. It's a job for the police now. Huh? It's just there doesn't seem to be any police here other than Detective Kuze herself. Detective Kuze, did you come here by yourself? You aren't thinking of going in alone, are you? Don't worry, I called Kami for backup. I'll be fine, I won't do anything reckless. That's why you need to go now. But go! You'll do what I say or you'll be under arrest. Go back the way you came. Detective Kuze. Like I told you before. Don't get in my way, understand? Now go. I'm not part of the police force. I shouldn't be trying to work alongside Detective Kuze like this. I'll only get in her way if I stay here. What did I think I was even doing? I'm worried about her, but I can't stop her from doing what she wants to do. I suppose my investigation ends here. Your work is done. Leave the rest of the police. My investigation ends here. Leave now, understand? Go. Your work is done. Leave the rest of the police, alright? Detective Kuze, you're right. My investigation ends here. Huh? It's just, please be careful. Yeah, thanks. I'll get going then. Yes. Picking the save option to leave. I'm a civilian. I guess I did everything I could. Well, maybe I can linger until backup arrives, or I could call Kamihara even though she said she already did. What was that? Detective Kuze? I knew it. She went to find Minoru Suzuki alone. Where is she? Did she go to one of the abandoned houses? But which one? I have no idea. I go door to door and look around. Or I'll go door to door and look around. Another gunshot. That was a lot closer than before. Was it over there? It sounded like it came from this way. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Oh boy. Huh? What in the world? Detective Kuze, are you okay? What the hell is... Who is he? This is Minoru Suzuki. What? The same man responsible for the murders 18 years ago, and the man who killed Eisuke Sasaki. Suzuki approached me. I told him to stop. He did not. I fired a shot, but my hands were... I missed. Suzuki took my pistol from me, and I threw it away. And then he began to strangle me. I escaped his grasp. Hit Suzuki on the head with a machete. Split him open. That does not match the sounds we heard? I think she's in shock. She seems disoriented. I need to calm down and try to get a handle of the situation. This is Minoru Suzuki. I killed him. So that's Minoru Suzuki? It's too dark to see very well, but his face looks badly injured. Did Detective Kuze do that too? Let's show him the sketch. A man covered in blood is lying on the ground. Looks like his face is badly injured. Are you sure that's Minoru Suzuki? Yes, it's really him, and I killed him. She seems confident that the man on the floor is Minoru. And his sketch must be what led her here, but how could she be so sure? She's only seen a rough police sketch of what he might look like now, so again, is that really Minoru Suzuki? Okay, I've got things figured out. Detective Kuze entered the abandoned house alone and was attacked by Minoru Suzuki, who was inside. She opened fire in self-defense. The sound of that shot let me hear. But about that gunshot... Wait a second. Her two shots, did Detective Kuze miss both times? She says he got a hold of the gun and then tried to strangle her, but she was able to grab a machete and strike him in the head with it. So, where's the machete? Where's the machete? So, again, is this really Minoru Suzuki? Detective Kuze doesn't look like her usual self. Hmm. Detective Kuze. My cell phone is missing? What? Wait, how did that happen? Did you just drop it? Oh, my cell phone is on the floor. I must have dropped it when I ran in earlier. What's weird is that I can't find the machete she mentioned. Where could it be? We should let Detective Kamihara know what's happening. I'll call him. Huh? Out of range. No signal in the mountains. Wait, if I'm out of range. Didn't she say? Oh boy. Don't worry, I called Kami for backup. What the hell is going on here? What? Why didn't you just go? Why did you even come here? Detective Kuze. Sorry, you're going to have to die. Huh? Wait, Detective Kuze! It was 18 years ago. Huh? Okay. We're gonna get some stuff. I'd run out of the house, and I was sitting by the side of the road crying. A car pulled up right in front of me, the door opened, and someone stepped out. I looked up at them, and there was a man standing there. He was wearing a paper bag with a smiling face drawn on it. What? I was too scared to move. I couldn't speak. The man crouched down and looked at me in the eye. And he said, Emiko. Huh? I screamed and I screamed. I just kept screaming. The man didn't move. I could see his eyes from inside the bag. They looked sad. Then he grabbed me by the neck. That's when my brother came running up the road. He was yelling, trying to save me. He attacked the man, but it wasn't enough. The man started strangling him, keeping him pinned to the ground. I thought he's gonna kill my brother. I was watching my big brother die. I tried to help him. I grabbed the man, but he just brushed me off like I was nothing. That's when I managed to pull off the paper bag. He turned around and looked right at me. And it was Minoru Tsuzuki, but his face was... the hell? It looked just like the bag. Like the face on the bag. I was so scared I couldn't breathe. Friggin' the Joker is up in here. What? The Joker. By the time I got a hold of myself, Tsuzuki's car was gone. But I couldn't forget the sight of him tossing my unconscious brother in the trunk. He was taking Makoto away. I can still remember it so clearly. Then I got home. When I got home, my grandparents kept asking me what happened to my brother. I don't know why I told them I didn't know anything, but that's what I did. It was all so horrible. The attack, the look on his face, the feeling of being strangled. None of it was as bad as my brother being gone because of me. And if my grandparents knew what really happened, my big brother, the purple flowers he gave me, if only I hadn't said those horrible things. He was taken instead of me. I wish it had been me. I still feel that way. The police came to my house and they asked me so many questions about my brother. All I would say was I don't know anything. Everyone in the village came together to try to find my brother, but I knew it was useless. He would never be found. The next day, a young man came in. He'd been there that night and he identified himself as a detective. Oh? It's Itsugi. When I refused to speak, do you know what he said to me? He said, Miss, I'll find your brother. Are you sure you don't know anything at all about his disappearance? I couldn't answer, because I knew that detective, Shunsuke Itsugi, I knew he could see right through me, through my lies, and the other truth he knew was that my brother would never come home alive. That man, did you really kill him? Yes, I did. Minoru Tsuzuki destroyed our lives. He deserved to die. Emiko. I knew you'd come, Emiko. Ah, you're not Emiko. Then who are you? I killed Suzuki. Oh, she's taking the fall. Her brother was here. This gun has has his fingerprints on it. If it looks like Suzuki shot you, I can finally live life with my brother. I'm sorry, but your brother? Makoto. Makoto, my brother, it's me, Junko! Junko, Makoto, brother? Yes, you're my brother, Makoto! I knew it, you're still alive! Alive? What are you talking about? Brother, don't you know who I am? Don't you? Who am I? Who the hell are you? Wait, look at this! Remember? I should have thanked you. Brother, you've got to get out of here now. Wait for me at Kofuku Station. What? Hurry! Get out of here, hurry! But... Go now! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Detective Kuze, what should I do? My brother has lived like this for almost 20 years without knowing anything about his life until today. I don't want to make him suffer anymore. I want to set him free right now. I'm so sorry. I can't. I just can't. I still can't do it. I'm sorry, Makoto. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Detective Kuze. Detective Kuze. Stop making Junko cry! Ah! Oh boy. Oh boy. Makoto! Well, that got messy. I'm back. Oh hey, Ayumi, how's Makoto doing? He seems to be recovering well. It looks like there's no permanent damage. I'm so glad Detective Kamihara's a bad shot. I know he was shooting to kill, but... I hope we get a summary. Kamihara opened fire on Makoto upon arrival. He said Detective Kuze had been acting strange lately. Said she'd been working solo much more than before. She decided to perform a one-woman raid on Minoru Tsuzuki's hideout without telling anyone else. But Detective Kamihara knew about the motorcycle and the school tie, so he paid attention to her movements whenever possible. Kamihara knew Detective Kuze was headed to the abandoned village alone, but he said he was delayed after being called into the police station. See, he's been engaging in unauthorized and irregular behaviors too. All to protect Junko. As for Minoru Suzuki, at the time I was sure Detective Kuze was the one who killed him. Makoto. Junko. Hide somewhere, Makoto. What? Just hide now. The smiley man fit. That's a crazy one, yeah. Yeah. What about Eisuke? It looks like Eisuke Sasaki committed suicide after all. Detective Kuze was headed back to the station when she saw a kid on a bicycle ride into a side street. She was suspicious but decided to keep going. But her suspicions got the best of her and she turned her motorcycle around to follow the bike. She parked and walked down to the pumping station and that's where she found Eisuke Sasaki hanging by his neck in a sitting position. He'd hooked his tie to the bars of the pumping station. He wasn't breathing, so Detective Kuze tried to resuscitate him. It didn't work. Eisuke was dead. When she went to take her cell phone out of her bag, Detective Kuze remembered something she was carrying. The paper bag she'd found while cleaning her grandmother's house before it was torn down. It gave her an idea. She acted upon it. Detective Kuze took the tie, put the paper bag over Eisuke's head, and left the scene. Hello, I think someone's dead. They're at the pumping station near the bus stop behind the school. The next morning, posing as the first witness, she made an anonymous call to the police. Detective Kuze disguised Eisuke so he would be linked to the case from 18 years ago. She believed her participation in the investigation could lead to locating her brother Makoto. She was hoping the case would draw a lot of coverage, and served as a kind of beacon for Makoto, who she believed was still alive. And it worked. Eisuke's case was noticed by Minoru Tsuzuki and Makoto. The smiling man showed up, just like Detective Kuze hoped. She says she regrets what she did. She keeps saying, "What have I done?" Didn't Detective Kuze also take Eisuke's suicide note? I think she was keeping it along with the tie. Yeah, it was in the envelope I saw in the box in her apartment. Eisuke's suicide note was addressed to Megumi. It read, "To Megumi, I've had a lot of fun with you. Thank you, I'm sorry. Bye-bye." Mr. Fukuyama told Megumi and Kohei what the letter said. Kohei was Eisuke's best friend. He understood Eisuke better than anyone. When he heard what Eisuke wrote, he said, "Yeah, sounds like him." After saying that, he broke down in tears. Megumi cried too. She cried until she had no tears left. But she said the note gave her strength. She listened and accepted what it said as bravely as any adult would. It seems she will forge ahead. I wonder if we'll find out about the murders from 18 years ago, though. It is difficult for adults to remember what it was like to be kids. But I understood how fragile the world felt to them. And I'll do whatever I can to protect them. How are you having a flashback to a scene you never saw? Mr. Fukuyama seems to have felt this too. He'll be a great teacher. I know it. I'm back. Oh, Mr. Atsugi. Welcome back. I've heard about your exploits from Kamada. You're both extraordinary detectives now. How did your investigation go? We're dying to hear your stories. Hold on. I just got back and I'm starving. So Ayumi, care to join me for lunch? Of course. Wait a minute. Why are you only taking Ayumi? Let's go, Ayumi. Yes. What are they doing? Oh, come on. Why can't I come? Yes. Detective Kamihara, can you believe this? Everyone is so mean. I got left behind. Oh, are you on the phone with someone? It's Detective Kamihara. Watch your step. Focus on where you're walking, or you'll get hurt. Okay. Are they gonna tell us? Sometime later, I received a letter from Detective Kuse. To everyone at the Itsugi Detective Agency, I sincerely apologize for any inconvenience I may have brought to your lives. My actions are unforgivable. I am ashamed of my selfishness, and I intend to atone for my sins. I've resigned my position with the police to focus on supporting my brother as we move forward. Makoto's memory may have returned, but it will be some time before he can walk again. He wants to be able to live on his own someday, so he spends his days doing hard physical rehabilitation. To stand by and support my brother is my atonement. I'll keep living with that thought in my heart. Our family of 3 wishes you all the best in your endeavors. Aww. Junko Kamihara. What? She married Kamihara? He's in the photo too. Eggplant flowers symbolize happiness, truth, and hope. And it seems that the Kuse family has finally recovered all 3. Okay, but will we ever find out what happened with the murders 18 years ago? Can't leave us hanging like this game. That was cute. Last chapter was a lot shorter than everything else. It was only like half an hour. All the other chapters are like an hour long. So I'm hoping there's a little bit more. Maybe like a post-credit scene. Miyuki Sawashiro was here. She voiced Megumi's mom. Not a lot of voices in here. It was a cute game, though. You know? I mean, they probably won't. They probably won't say. They won't explain everything. But you know, here's hoping. Here's hoping that we still get a little bit talking about what went down 18 years ago. Still, though, pretty wild that she turned a suicide scene into a murder scene so that she could find her brother. Surprised she didn't get arrested for that. I mean, I guess she was a cop already. Yeah, these games are neat. They did a lot of work to make the little animations look really good in this one. Like, they definitely put more budget into this one than the previous remakes, I guess. But I guess the previous remakes, they had to make they make the engine first. And this is a completely new story, so they weren't bound by the limitations of the original games. The first one in particular, had some parts that were really hard to figure out how to progress. They were Famicom era design choices. Aoni. It'd be neat to see if they would make like an anime of these sorts of games, because this game is pretty like they're all really like linear I can imagine that they could just make like a short movie or based on them without really losing anything. It's not your cup of tea, but it's interesting to watch. Yeah. Yeah. I think it could work as a sort of anime. It's still very funny to think that Ayumi Tachibana could have been in Smash. I want her to be in Smash. Put her in Smash, Sakurai. She deserves it. For all of the times she had to talk to Fukuyama over milk tea. And then having to pay for his tiramisu. They can't put the main character in Smash because he doesn't have a real name. As far as I know, he has no canon name. Whatever name you give him is the real one. Mario Club does the testing. They're I guess Nintendo's internal QA team for Japan, the Mario Club. Oh. IQ. For some reason, I half expected this song would have some kind of lyrics. They're probably not in the budget, though. I guess we might as well talk about... So, as I mentioned before, Saturday, no stream. But... the next game that we're playing is the new Zelda game. It's already preloaded on my Switch. So it's possible that I might not work with the regular schedule because I want to play this game soon. And waiting the weekend is a little too much. Phone call. So that's the plan for next week. There is no plan. There's only Zelda. It's me. I'm sorry to bother you at this hour. About this case, there's still many mysteries that remain unanswered. I believe uncovering each of these details will allow us to truly solve the case. Part of that requires directly looking at the life of Minoru Suzuki, however. It's pretty gruesome stuff, heavy, dark, you have to be prepared for that. So I'm only going to talk when you're ready. When you decide you're prepared, will you give me a call? I'll be waiting. What is that? I guess it's a sequel hook? Maybe? Maybe it's a sequel hook? Minoru. Yo, wait, what? What is this? Oh. Wait a second. Is there more? We might have to do more. Alright, I'm gonna check to see how long. How long is Minoru Emio? Oh, wait, what? 20 minutes, it says. Okay. Let's see what this is. Have you decided that you're ready? Yes? Understood, then come to the office. With the investigation at Irumo Village complete, we now know the full origin of the Smiling Man. Additionally, we found a scribbled note in the house where Minoru Suzuki was hiding. But understanding the true meaning of what he wrote, well, that's beyond our current abilities. Nevertheless, let me begin by filling you in on the details of my investigation. You're with Utsugi Detective Agency? Yes, I know this incident is ancient history, but I was wondering if I could ask a few questions. I see. So, what did you want to ask? I came here to investigate the history of the Tsuzuki family. I understand they used to live here. Yes, the Tsuzukis. So unfortunate. I remember, they used to live in peace and harmony together. An ordinary family. But then, one day the wife and mother left home. The husband stopped work and started drinking. He became aggressive. Maybe it's shameful of us, but we distance ourselves from the family. I don't know why the mother left. It's not my place to say anything about it. But I will say, the poor Tsuzuki children were the ones who suffered the most. Children? Did Minoru Tsuzuki have any siblings? Yes, he had a sister named Emiko. They were 7 years apart. Did you say Emiko? Oh yes, Emiko. She's such a pretty girl. I think Minoru cherished and protected his sister in part because she was so much younger. I like smiling. Emiko. Oh shit. Shut up, you little bastards! Don't make Emiko cry! I hate you! What did you say, you son of a bitch? Say it to my face! Oh boy. They did say it was gonna get heavy. I'm sure that Minoru was often beaten while protecting Emiko. When her mother was around, Emiko used to be so bright and cheerful. She was a little tomboy, and some of the villagers called her Emio, so it sounded like a boy's name. Emio? But, well, after her mom left, she cried all the time, and she always looked frightened. We did the best we could, but... Minoru protected Emiko with his own body at times. They were such a good brother and sister to each other. She was such a spunky little girl, just bursting with energy. Of course, she was always attached to Minoru at the hip. Sometimes she'd hide when she saw us. She must have thought that her brother was the only person she could trust in the world. Her brother was the only person she felt she could trust. He was an awkward boy, a few words, but he was honest and kind. You could see how he always acted cheerfully for Emiko's sake. She depended on him. I'm sure it was terribly hard for him. There are things between a husband and wife that are personal and sometimes irreconcilable. But it's always the children who suffer when the relationship dissolves. He couldn't do anything for Minoru and Emiko, and that's a regret I carry with me to this day. You know, I do remember, there was one day when I heard Emiko laughing wildly. She looked so happy, I wondered what was going on. Well, Minoru was fooling around with some kind of funny paper bag on his head. A paper bag? Yes, it had been so long since I'd seen Emiko smile, let alone laugh. Paper bag? Do you remember what kind of paper bag it was? It was just an ordinary bag, but Minoru must have drawn a smiling face on it. So it looked as though he was laughing wildly when he put it on. Emiko would laugh so much when he wore it. I hadn't ever seen her that happy in a long time. Oh god, the Bruce. By the next day, both of them were running around with bags on their heads. I suppose it was their way of making a little fun for themselves when life was so hard. I think it made Minoru happy to see Emiko smiling and laughing again. But then, the unthinkable happened. What happened to the Tsuzuki family after that? I'm sorry, can you ask someone else about that? It's just too painful to remember. I understand. Thank you for sharing what you have. Oops. I'm sorry to hear I've stirred up these troubling memories. I hope you feel better. You sound like you genuinely care. That's kind of you, thank you. Those kids, the brother and sister. Huh? They were as one. that explains the blood, though. He used the shears to make his smile bigger. Emiko passed away? You're saying she drowned in the pond? Yeah. I could hear Minoru screaming from down near the pond. I rushed over and found Emiko. I was speechless. Minoru! I wondered why he had suddenly run outside in the rain like that. I had no idea what was going on. I think Minoru and Emiko were planning on running away from home together. When their father found out, he took all of the things and dumped them in the pond. And I suppose what happened was that Emiko went to try to retrieve her things, and she drowned. And so Minoru... So this is why he was in the juvenile facility, I guess? He went to his father. Father's face is I still don't know if you can blame Minoru. I can't imagine what it was like for Minoru to lose his sister and then, with his own hands, his father. I remember Emiko's funeral. Ah, jeez. Minoru-chan.
Minoru. かわいそうに。
Oh, the paper bag too? Emio, it looks like your brother brought something for you. Emio is smiling. You don't have to cry anymore. You can just smile now. Keep smiling forever. Something like that happens. People talk across generations. But then again, in time all things fade. Even those painful memories just sort of drift away. You forget. In the end, life is as fragile as that paper bag that Emiko and Minoru played with. When I think back, why didn't I stop Minoru when he started running? How could I have not realized what was going on? I still think about it. I believe Minoru was sent to a juvenile detention center afterwards. But that's all I know. I left the village shortly after that time. That's about all I can tell you. I see. Thank you very much for speaking with me. I moved away a long time ago, but I still think of those kids. Sometimes. I hope Minoru is doing well. If only I had known what was going on in his head. Maybe it could have been different. I could have... Well, if you want my opinion, I don't think you can blame yourself. Still, I wonder... I think I've told you everything I know. Thank you, it's been valuable. These are painful memories, that's for sure. I'm so sorry. But there's a certain lightness to getting it off my chest. Thank you for listening. The events that took place there seemed to be what inspired the urban legend of Emio the Smiling Man. As the people in the village spoke of the tragedy of the Tsuzuki siblings, the story took on a life of its own, and as word spread, the story morphed into a terrifying legend. In a cruel twist of fate, Minoru's actions cemented the legends as a reality. Of course, the downfall of the Tsuzuki family cast a shadow over the entire neighborhood. People there still ask themselves if they couldn't have done something. Some still live with regrets, and the notion that they could have somehow prevented all that came to pass. I don't think they should blame themselves, but it is human nature to do so. I know they carry the weight of their decisions, always. Oof. I met with the director of the Juvenile Detention Center where Minoru was incarcerated. Oh yes, I remember Minoru Tsuzuki. He was an honest, well-behaved kid. However, I do recall that he had an intense case history, so we kept a close eye on his mental state. He hardly ever spoke during his time here, so it was hard to pin down how he was doing. Truly, he was an enigma. All in all, Minoru was a strange boy. He spent a lot of time alone, just thinking, presumably. You know, now that I think of it, he did used to mumble to himself a little bit. I'm going to study cars. I couldn't understand what he was mumbling about, of course. One thing that did pique Minoru's interest was cars, so I encouraged him to pursue automotive repair. Becoming a certified mechanic could be a great advantage to someone leaving our institution. It turned out he had the ability to focus quite well on his studies and work hard. Ultimately, he passed the certification exam on his first try with flying colors. Oh, that's impressive. I agree, and a little surprising, I'll admit. I was happy for him and glad to see that his mind was hard at work behind the silence. He must have been thrilled. After all, he barely spoke, but he did talk to me that day. However, the things he was saying were a little weird. Oh? Minoru said, someday I'll get myself a car and I'll take my little sister wherever she wants to go. And that was pretty much it. His sister, huh? About Minoru? Yeah, he was quite clear. Okay, so I think that explains why someone who laughs is saved though. Because the paper bag made his sister laugh. You agree it's weird, don't you? At least based on your reaction? Yeah, I do. As far as I know, Minoru had only one sister. That's right. I've looked through all the official documents. Minoru's only sister was Emiko, and she died before he arrived. Yes, I'm sure that Emiko was Minoru's only sister. It would have been in his records if he had another sister. Indeed. I'll take my little sister wherever she wants to go. Seeing him so happy, I suddenly realized, maybe in this kid's head, the whole incident never happened. After his release from juvenile detention, Minoru returned to Irumo village. The villagers welcomed him back and he spent a few years pitching in with farm work. They said he was helpful and didn't cause any problems, but that he had changed. At least that was most folks' impression. The behavior he exhibited in detention, rarely speaking, mumbling to himself, continued. Those in the village who knew about his history were sensitive to his feelings and protective of him. But not everyone felt that way. Perhaps picking up on a growing sense of unease, Minoru left the village. For a while he drifted, working odd jobs, until he found his way to the Kamematsu area of Kofuku City, and had the good fortune of stumbling upon Todoroki Motors. Speaking of, do you know what Minoru drew to Todoroki Motors? Or what drew Minoru to Todoroki Motors? Ah, I see we had the same thought, but actually it was the 3 cars in the... No? Yeah, see? I found a car shop that's car. The owners are nice, I'm gonna work there. If I have a car, I can go pick up Emiko. He writes everything in hiragana except for car. I gather he was fond of the kanji character for Todoroki, which spells out car, car, car.
よほどの車好きだったんだろうね。
For a car enthusiast, it must have been the perfect job. Speaking of his job, he found a set of work clothes from Todoroki Motors in an abandoned building. They'd been laundered and folded away neatly in a hiding spot. I think it shows how important Todoroki Motors was for Minoru. In a note we found, Minoru wrote that he was planning on going to pick up his sister Emiko. He also spoke of driving his sister around while he was in detention, but he doesn't have another sister. I think Minoru's mind became fixated on the day that he lost her, and he could never move past that event. He acted as if she were alive and in need of protection. And as an unfortunate result, he caused a great deal of misery and suffering. I am sympathetic to his story, but regardless of the circumstances, the crimes he committed are unforgivable. I have no desire to defend him, I assure you of that. What I'm about to describe to you is based on the notes Minoru left behind and Makoto's testimony. I've filled in some details with information from a few trusted sources. Unfortunately, I believe the story is factual and not an exaggeration. Of course, we can never truly know what was going on through Minoru's mind. Even if we could get a glimpse, there's just no way. Still, the story of his life, I felt it was important to share with you. So you see, in a very real way, he was also a victim. But taking other innocent lives is a sin, and it can never be forgiven. I spoke with so many people who carry regrets who said, if only I had done something. I can't help but wonder if the legend of the Smiling Man could have been prevented after all. After investigating the tragic life of Minoru Tsuzuki, I feel that the last sentence of his scribbled note is perhaps emblematic of his being and his heart. I want to see Emiko. What do you think? Whew. Jesus Christ. Man, a lot of fucked up shit happened in the background. Also wild that they had a full-on anime episode going on for this. Unexpected. Well, I got my wish that we would get more information, but oh boy. I guess it all ended up lining up. Like, it explained pretty much everything, I think. Okay. Yeah, I guess just to repeat, next week is gonna be Zelda, no stream Saturday. That's that's the summary of the future plans. Wow, though. That explains why the last chapter was so short, though. They were like, there's no way we can explain everything in this in just the chapter. Yeah, I'll let people who are playing the game themselves, I guess, get ahead, so that they don't feel like they're being spoiled, I guess, if anyone's around that who also wants to play Zelda. But yeah, I happen to have a one of them vouchers that Nintendo sells still that I hadn't used yet, so I basically got it for free, quote unquote, because I'd forgotten that I had the voucher. Oh, animation. Check my report in the Smiling Man. Alright. Wonder what that means. I'm hoping I enjoy it too. All this week, there have been rumblings that the new Nintendo console is going to be announced soon. But so I've been hyped for I've been kind of overhyped for that this week. But I think I'll let myself calm down with some Zelda. It's gonna be neat, cool. Probably not gonna have heavy story implications, but I still don't want to, you know. I still want to go in with as little info as possible. I kind of expected that instead of killing the first girl, that the dad would have killed, like the girl's dad would have killed her after she came home, and then he would find her, and that would sort of mind break him. But I guess, you know, things didn't happen that way. He was already on a razor's edge. We're jumping topics from Zelda to murders. I like how it has its own complete set of credits. Just for this part. As one does. You know, Beatles, Zelda, murders. I do think that it's just listing the same exact credits for all the QA though. So it's like combined credits. The three topics of stream. Listen, I'm not a big fan of true crime. Not really. Like, I sometimes like to listen to true crime stuff, but yeah, have a good night, Fire. Yeah, get some rest. Thanks for hanging out, watching this crazy shit, like, just like on your screen. This game went wild at the end here. But yeah, after the credits, we're gonna go check out the report, like Eat Latham in the YouTube chat brought up, and see what that is about, and then we'll go, well, you know, we'll end stream. We're almost done. And then I'm gonna go watch reactions / threads of this game myself from other people who've played it, because I need to see other people's reactions to this, because that ending was wild. Or the epilogue, I guess. The post log. All right. Emio and Minoru. So we got the post. Oh. Which one has the report? Extras? Chapter selection in music mode. Maybe it's Smiling Man. This is cute. You know, except for like the... There you go. Mr. Fukuyama's report card. The game should have definitely told me that existed. Huh? What is this all about? Thank you, Shiramiya, for your hard work during the investigation. Based on how you carried out your investigation, Mr. Fukuyama has filed out a report card for you. I'm being graded? Here you are the student, and Mr. Fukuyama is the teacher. Let's take a look at your grades calculated based on how you carried out your investigation. Oh no! Alright. I got very well done. You tried your best on chapter 1. Well done. Well done. You tried your best. You tried your best. You tried your best. Well done. Not quite. Well done. You tried your best. Well done. And final chapter, you tried. Average grades, that's okay. As they say, nails don't stand out. Don't get hit. Nothing here stands out. Alright, now I focus on what I think of you personally. By which I mean your personality. Listen up, and please don't worry too much. Have you noticed you're a little bit clumsy? I suggest you draw a deep breath before taking any action. Next, you're awfully serious, aren't you? Always focused and sincere. Very professional. Also, when you get a hold of something new, you usually get super focused on it, don't you? By the way, isn't your favorite drink green tea? Okay. That's all for my impressions. Well, this is the end of the report card from me. Once again, congrats on solving the case. Well done. Sorry if I've gotten anything wrong. If that's the case, maybe Tachibana will get mad at me. Well then, until we meet again. That's funny. I wonder if you get anything for doing them all perfectly. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you again, everyone, for hanging out. Thank you for watching that anime with me, the sudden anime. And yeah, I'll be seeing you next week for some Zelda. Alright, that's all for me. Thank you for hanging out in chat, YouTube. Why does it say message retracted? What's going on here? And yeah, hope y'all have a good one. Later. Bye. As for us,